Rob Van Dam. Listen to True Hill Heat. Pow.
Oye, te habla tío Sabio Vega. This is Sabio Vega and you watching True Hill Hit a mi manera o pa' la calle.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Hill Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
What's up, True Hill Heat? True Hill Heat.
What's up? True Hill Heat.
All hands on me.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Romeo's Twitter for our WWE SummerSlam 2025 preview. Breaking down this Saturday and Sunday's huge show from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the biggest party of the summer, and the party starts now because we are here to discuss it all with you, and I'm joined by two amazing panelists for this preview here. First up, we got the good brother himself. He didn't show up for his usual day in work, so he showed up one day later. Since he didn't show up for Rated Raw Review, he is here with us, Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon. How are you doing?
What's up? I'm doing all right. You forgot to say the beautiful MetLife Stadium, and you can also throw an adjective for a beautiful East Rutherford, New Jersey as well while you're at it.
There's a Jersey guy over here?
I'm just kidding. It's not beautiful. I mean, look at the logos. The logos is gray and dreary. It's like they know where they're going. New Jersey. Ugh.
I thought you were only saying that because it's the beautiful MetLife because the Jets played there. Well, you're a Jets fan.
There's nothing beautiful about the Jets. Let me tell you that much. Well,
you know, it's funny because on Fightful yesterday we interviewed Tailgate Joe. I don't know if you know him. He does all like the major tailgate parties for the Jets. He's doing one for SummerSlam.
Yep.
And I asked him. He didn't understand me at first, and then he got it when I explained it. I was like, "What kind of Jets fan are you? Are you an optimistic Jets fan or a pessimistic Jets fan?" Because I do a show with a pessimistic Jets fan all the time. So I was talking about you on the show.
Yeah. He's more the optimistic kind.
And of course, since we're talking about green, we have green screen extraordinaire, the one and only corporate queen of wrestling media herself, the co-host over on Fightful's Impact post show. And you see her all over the place. You had a whole week of Cresta last week. Now she's here with us back again on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Cresta Star, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Triple H would be quite proud of me. I do not run away from the grind. Corporate Cresta is here to give you these corporate opinions. And remember,
Just remember, this is what
just
we
remember,
do.
just remember, this is what we are. You not entertained? Thank you. No more further questions at this time.
We
Too
appreciate.
colorful. I gotta make this more dreary. There we go. That's a little bit better. We'll make it
That's very
darker.
corporate. I love a good corporate
Damn.
color.
There we go.
Corporate gray. Neutral right
New
there.
Jersey
Well,
gray.
yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. That helps out the YouTube algorithms and other wrestling fans like yourself to see this preview. You can share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Sound off in the comment section if you're watching us on demand and give us your predictions for WWE SummerSlam 2025. And of course, if you're with us live, sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you and hear your thoughts on this weekend's big shows, the 2-night event from MetLife Stadium. And of course, we'll try to highlight as many of your comments as possible. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel in the best way possible, you could do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We already got one big one to start us off here. Valab, thank you so much, good brother. We appreciate you. He says, I'm sports anticipating to be at least at the very least sports entertained, or I will be sports disappointed.
I love that
Always
that
with
is
the-
catching on because I've been saying sports entertained, sports disappointed, sports frustrated, sports confused. I like that everyone's taking that on, so we're very succinct about wrestling because I'm not actually disappointed, but I'm sports disappointed. And we all know what sports disappointed looks like. Hell in the Cell with Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. That was sports disappointment. That was sports harassment almost.
I mean, you were live at a certain event two weekends ago. The ending
That's
of
why I'm here now.
TNA Sports TNA Slammiversary was sports disappointment for a lot of people in New York City.
It was sports life altering. I became heel. I went heel because of it. I'm now corporate Cresta. Me and The Rock are going to do. I'm the corporate champion right now. Corporate Cresta champion. CCC.
There we go. Makes sense. Final boss working with corporate Cresta. But yes, keep coming. Thank you so much, Vala, for the super chat donation. We got Hassan who says, let's roll up for SummerSlam New Jersey preview. We also got Zach who is celebrating Happy National Cheesecake Day. Zach always explains to me what day is which because he seems to always have something for each day of the week. So I appreciate it. We also got Balub who says, y'all ready for SummerSlam? He says, that's what I said. SummerSlam. Suffer harder because you're in Jersey. See, he understands you, Romeo. There you go.
I'm shocked. You know what? I'm honestly shocked. I looked it up. I'm shocked it's not like some random rain going on this weekend just because, why not?
To be fair, the National Weather Service doesn't work anymore. So there could be rain. It could be sunny, but it could also rain.
For right now, what I'm seeing is like fully sunny, like a high of 79, which is not really. I mean, it's comfortable, but it doesn't speak summer to you.
Not really.
I would rather take 79, knowing that, you know what? That was almost a corporate faux pas. Crest is going to shut up.
Damn, only took 9 minutes. Caught herself.
Media trading.
Hey, you went to the same class as Tony Khan. Davion says, hello, everybody. A 3-hour pre-show is heinous. LOL. But all jokes aside, love y'all and let's have a great time today. Yes, if you weren't aware, Cresta, they're doing a 3-hour pre-show on each night of SummerSlam.
You would think Collision is on or something. What is going on? They're making them panelists earn their paychecks. They're like, you are not going to have a 1-hour work day today, pal.
How much are we going to, that's sports concerning and a little sports mismanagement of funds.
The analysts are going to be working longer than the actual premium live event because they're doing a 3-hour pre-show and then the post-show probably goes like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
That is true.
Jackie Redmond is making her money that night, both nights.
Chilling with Chase with a great joke because we talked about that a lot on Rated Raw Review. He says, wow, that 2 weeks flew by. Yes, Lyra Valkyria, who forgot that SummerSlam is this weekend, said it was 2 weeks from now.
To be fair, she had the Becky stompers on. So she was high up in the air. The altitude sometimes changes your brain. You know, you to step on the man, you got to have shoes to step on God. I understand I get it. We all make mistakes.
I think she was probably dizzy from doing the 1-2 step. She was like, let me see you 1-2 step. I love it when y'all 1-2 step. Anybody get on the floor with your Becky stompers and you're gonna lose control. Let me see you 1-2 step. I love it when you 1-2 step.
That song has a nice beat to it, young man.
Yeah.
A little less Ciara, a little more Cardi B. I need a little more Cardi B this weekend.
I don't think Cardi B is brand safe for this.
Got the Becky stompers in the trap and a bees in the trap. Okay, that's all I know. Davion says Becky. Oh, see, I don't know Cardi B.
That's crazy.
Not all
I
black
know
rappers are like
I know
SBK.
WAP. I know WAP.
I know
WAP
this
and
song. This song that she has outside, when Becky says that she can beat me, no, she's too easy. That's all I have. That's brand safe.
I think I've heard that one too. See? Davion says Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria will be booked in 2 weeks' time at SummerSlam. See? Had to specify that. We got t-shirt compliments for Zach. We got hair compliments for Cresta. I don't get nothing. For nothing. Look at that. Look at that.
Maybe
Nothing
someone
for
will
me.
say they like your singing. Maybe.
The booker always does get the short end of the stick. Ask Vince McMahon.
This is true.
Oh.
That's true.
Can someone get Vince a driver, by the way?
He shouldn't be driving at 76.
Jesus.
What are we talking about? John Martin says, yeah, Romeo was no selling the 1-2 step remix.
He hates Ciara. We caught him in 4K.
What's up to Benno and the Gravel Wrestling Podcast? I was on there before I came here with all of y'all. Shout outs to them. Go check me out with Benno talking all about Vince's car accident as well as some G1 climax. So we had a lot to discuss over there. Speaking of which, Call Me Mr. Bonda says G1 climax 35, Stardom 5-star Grand Prix, Marigold Dream Star Grand Prix, greater than Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Fair.
I don't know.
I'm playing video games at those hours. I'm so sorry.
You playing video games?
I am clocked into my second job, Marvel Rivals, at that time. So.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I will say those things have been better to me over the last couple of weeks because I think like Raw this week was one of the better WWE shows that I've watched in a few weeks as far as weekly shows, and that's not saying much because I still gave it a thumbs in the middle.
I was like, "What show were you watching?"
Yeah, I hated it.
SmackDown was awful last week. It was awful. There was nothing on that show. NXT last night sucked. NXT in Houston sucked. You couldn't even get people's names right. And The Undertaker beating up your TNA World Champion. I know you didn't like that, Cresta.
Listen, don't make me walk off of this set.
Raw last week sucked. Oh, man. It's been really... I think the last genuinely good WWE Weekly show was the Raw after Evolution because they just focused on the woman.
And they're body shaming my girl, Jordan Grace. I don't like this.
I just ranted about that on Gravel app. What are we doing? It's so lazy.
If I'm Blake Monroe, I'm like, this is what I can do.
I feel like WWE saw the Tony Storm promo about you're going to be sentenced to a lifetime of mediocrity, and they were like, that's how we're going to book her.
They're not competition. That's a t-shirt company.
That's true. Triple H so much. We got John Martin. He says, I liked your impromptu best man speech. Thank you, John. Gave me like 30 minutes notice that I was the best man in his wedding, so I had to do a speech.
Wow.
That's real
What the
friendship.
hell?
Hey, I was honored. I have improv skills. We have Balo who says, I already had this combo with Romeo. Oh
Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want this preview to go an extra 15-30 minutes. So I'll just sit here in silence.
All right, we're gonna get started talking about the card for this Saturday and Sunday. Give your predictions in the live chat. Keep those super chats coming, and let's start off this pay-per-view preview as we always start off the pay-per-view previews. Cresta, you are an expert at this point because we did 3 shows the last time you were on a preview. So 0 to 10, what is your anticipation level for this weekend's SummerSlams night 1 and 2?
I'm going to hit you with a counter offer to go to Romeo first because I'm not quite sure of all the matches because I've been very spotty. I won't lie to you guys. AEW and TNA, they've been having me up against the wall. So I know some matches and I don't want to lie and give it an unfair 0 because I'm good for it.
Okay. No, you'll give it I give it 100 and then I'll pick one of those numbers and say it's a 0. I will start off first actually, and I will agree with Volub in the chat. I give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 overall. Romeo?
This is for anticipation of the event?
Yeah. Anticipation of the 2-night event.
I'm kind of in the middle, 5. But
That's
I think there's enough on both nights that you can be sports entertained, as we say here in the business. But like I'm trying to compare it to WrestleMania because I thought WrestleMania was kind of okay, but it had like at least 2 banger matches. At least I'm wondering if SummerSlam can do that. I know for sure there's 2 chances on Sunday for sure, positively.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I think as a whole, it could be at least equal to or better than Mania, but I know that's not saying much.
Yeah, I think that's why I give it a 6 is because I think that it does have the chance to be better than Mania because night 1 is a wash until the main event, but like night 2 starts off hot. It continues with the second, third matches, and it's still good. Had a nice surprise with Joe Hendry, nice surprise with Becky Lynch, and then the main event lets you down. So like. Yeah,
my 5 scores, like mostly taking into account also the buildup to get here.
Yes.
When we actually get to the matches, I think it'll outdo a 5.
Yeah, I think if I didn't watch WWE week to week, I think I would probably just looking at the card give it like what John Martin, Stat King in the chat is giving it. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10, 7 to 8 out of 10, because I think that a lot of these matches will deliver in the ring. But because I've seen the build or lack thereof, that's why it's at like a 6. And I think I'm being generous too. Cresta,
I think for you, yes, that is generous.
All right. After looking at it on paper, jogging my memory, some of it, I do agree that on paper, this is like a 7 or an 8. Regardless about like, there's a few matches. I'm just looking at night 1. You couldn't pay me to sports care about Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And that's sad because I'm excited about someone like Drew McIntyre. But outside of that match, I think this might be night 1 is looking pretty good. Looking at night 2, okay, I guess Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles, I guess. You know what I mean? So I would say, and I do know some of the storyline. I know there's no storyline pretty much for a lot of these. And if I'm also being really honest, that time is a killer. So I have to watch 3 hours of pre-show. And this is not going to be a 2-hour card. This is going to be a 3-hour card on top of that. So you want me to clock in to work to watch the whole thing.
Cresta, so no one watches the pre-show.
Some people.
That's background noise.
Yeah,
if anything.
Not me. Not me.
I would think that less people actually pay attention to the pre-show, less than people used to watch Rampage.
Damn. Yeah. Well, that being said, I am going to give it a 4 because 1, 4 is my favorite number. 2, I know the wrestling will probably outdo, like what Romeo said, outdo my expectations, and that's okay. But I also will say that my 4, take it with a grain of salt because I'm ignorant to a lot of things. Like, for example, it's to my understanding, the only reason why we're having the 6-pack challenge or the 6-pack ladder match is because people lost and they got mad and they brawled.
It's because they had another DQ finish because they need one for every show, and then they started brawling, and then they said, "Hey guys, yeah, we're in on the WrestleMania card, but here's SummerSlam."
I don't know
Also-
about SummerSlam being 2 nights too. I guess.
Also, they're mentioning the 25th anniversary of the original TLC.
True, that's true. Yeah,
If
the 2
only
nights
you
is
had
fine
the
by me.
Hardys.
they should have called TNA. They
Right?
would have been here.
I
you
mean,
know?
the
You're
Hardys
already-
have been known to make a last-minute appearance. You never know.
I will say you've been pilfering TNA for everything else. You might as well.
Might
them
as
over.
well. We're gonna start off with night 1 of SummerSlam. Let me make sure I got all these matches here. Yeah, I think so.
Let me also say, while you're looking for that, let me also say that 2 nights is fine by me. I think they did a good job of splitting up the star power. Maybe the matches aren't equal, but I think the star power is equal on each night, which is
I will
important. in
counter
selling
you,
tickets.
Romeo, and say, do all of these matches need to be on a pay-per-view?
No.
No.
The night 1 looks like a Road 2 show. It looks
There's a
like an
couple,
episode of Collision.
Yeah, you
I
could
can
have
understand Stratton and Cargill just off the star power. I understand why that's on a pay-per-view. Even CM Punk, I understand why that's on a pay-per-view. But I would see Gunther slap CM Punk's nipples off any day of the week. But I don't know. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I like both of them, but
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's gonna be a good show overall. I'm not convinced. We'll see if this year delivers. See, what I needed with WrestleMania, I thought WrestleMania in 2020, it was fine for 2 nights. WrestleMania in 2021, WrestleMania 37, that's when I was like, okay, this 2-night thing is actually working. This is why WrestleMania necessitates 2 nights. I need this year to deliver, because it's in front of fans a lot more than I needed the first WrestleMania to deliver, if you can understand that.
yeah. I don't think, though. I'll be honest with you. Where's the promo from Cardi B? I haven't seen pretty much any. If it was somebody else, that person would be all up over your stuff. That person would have been in a program like Jelly Roll is. Cardi B would have been wrestling. I don't understand what that is. If that's going to be part of your star power and part of your presenting package, the fact that there wasn't more promo or deliverables on her part or between WWE, a little weird. You did that thing with Bianca Belair and that was it.
Yeah, it was her announcing that SummerSlam was 2 nights last year, and then it was the video package where she was like, she's the guest host.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Are they
been the
scarred
only
from
promo.
Travis Scott. Is that the reason? They're
Maybe
emotionally scarred.
I would say Travis Scott, though, is one out of how many? Because before Travis Scott, we had Bad Bunny, who was a consummate professional, and Cardi B
Always
is also
welcome
a
back.
fan. Like I want bad. I would pay 6 of my ovaries, 3 chickens, and my liver to get rid of Logan Paul and bring back Bad Bunny. I'd never seen a celebrity really care
Puerto
that
Rican
much.
for a Puerto Rican.
This is why WWE Unreal disappointed me, because we were gonna get Bad Bunny versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. Come on.
Romeo, you're a clown.
He'll be
for that.
back.
Stop.
He'll be back. Don't worry. The bunny will be back. Return to the bunny.
A Puerto Rican street fight, Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny.
That has to be in Puerto Rico. Has to be. We need that
Puerto
match.
Rican
We need that
street
feud.
Woo! You have Savio Vega be the ref, going to business for himself.
Mark Anthony does the anthem.
Stop.
J-Lo's here.
J-Lo's here. J-Lo's here. They crammed her. I don't know what to say. Mi gente Latino.
She has a chancleta.
Zelina Vega's ready with the snipe, ready to shoot somebody.
No, they still find a way to not put Zelina Vega on this show.
Stop.
You kidding me?
Awesome. That's actually what they would have done.
That's
All
exactly
right.
what they would do. They could have a memorial, a whole parade for Zelina Vega outside. She'll just be in the beginning. She'll sing the national anthem with Mark Anthony. She'll be the accompaniment.
Bottom line, somebody remind Cardi B that she has a commitment this weekend if she doesn't remember.
She probably doesn't. All right, let's talk about the card for this Saturday. First up, we're going to talk about the aforementioned match that Cresta brought up at the start. It's going to be a big-time tag team matchup, the most mainstream matchup on this card, as Jelly Roll, country music star, will team up with the legend killer, Randy Orton, to verse Drew McIntyre.
They got a name?
Huh?
RK Roll.
I will not say that.
Versus
Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. This match was set up when SmackDown was in Nashville, in Jelly Roll's hometown. He performed his song Lyra, because apparently the WWE, he has no other song but that one, because he's performed it multiple times. You ain't nothing but a liar when I catch you in the fire. I don't know the other words. All I know is the tune. But yes, he performed
that. Cardi B on that remix. Collaborate.
Logan Paul interrupted, saying that he didn't want outsiders in his WWE. It led to Randy Orton interrupting and calling out that Logan Paul is the real outsider, which Drew McIntyre came in and delivered a Claymore to Orton after their interactions when Drew McIntyre returned and Orton laid him out with an RKO. It led to Logan Paul attacking Orton, which Jelly Roll made the save for him. Then at Saturday night's main event, it was Orton picking up a win over McIntyre thanks to a distraction from Jelly Roll when he pushed down Logan Paul on the floor. This brought Logan Paul into the ring, who gave the knockout punch to Orton and attacked him some more, which Jelly Roll used his power to throw Logan Paul across the ring with, which led to McIntyre delivering a Claymore to Jelly Roll, laying him out. But after, we get an interview with Jelly Roll and Orton, who made a challenge for a tag team matchup with Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam, which was accepted. These four men were also involved on an angle on the Jimmy Kimmel show, which saw Jelly Roll hosting the show, and Logan Paul came out, Drew McIntyre came out, he interviewed Randy Orton. Orton and McIntyre got into a brawl. Logan Paul said he was taking over the show, which led to Jelly Roll delivering a choke slam through the Jimmy Kimmel table, laying him out, getting the upper hand, and then Jelly Roll got another one-up on Logan Paul on 2 weeks ago, or last week on SmackDown, which they got into an in-ring confrontation during Impulsive TV, which saw Jelly Roll deliver a boss man slam to Logan Paul, getting the upper hand once again. So who's going to win when it comes to SummerSlam? We do have to also bring up, we don't know for sure if Drew McIntyre is going to actually be in this matchup. As on Sunday, he took to social media saying that he is stranded in the UK, blaming Jelly Roll for that as well. So we shall see what happens here, but we will talk about it as if Drew McIntyre is going to be in this matchup. Cresta, what have you thought about everything going on between these four men? What is your interest in seeing Jelly Roll in the ring, and who wins on Saturday?
Respectfully to you and this channel, I have not thought about this match at all. I don't care who wins this match. Us, the fans, lose, if I'm being honest with you. And I know that sounds a little mean to say, but man, I had the privilege of covering SmackDown with Kate on Friday, and I don't know if it's stiff or whatever, but Jelly Roll just stood there and put his arm out. You know what I mean? Like, and Logan Paul ran into it. And I suppose the bar is in hell if you want to get over, because we hate Logan Paul, so we'll always cheer for the other person. But I honestly don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Anything Logan Paul is involved in, I don't want to see it. Jelly Roll he doesn't appeal to me. Maybe the Ute dem love it. I'm not a Ute. I'm an old lady. So it's not for me. I honestly don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't know what the more polite way to say I don't care. If it was maybe someone else and not Logan Paul, maybe. But the whole angle just feels disingenuous that you are someone coming in here to get out of my business. No, thank you. No, thanks. I'm going to the bathroom during this match.
You ain't nothing but a liar. JK. LOL, I believe you.
Romeo, who you got?
Oh, Randy and Jelly, the celebrities winning.
RK Jelly.
RK Roll. But listen, I don't have a single Jelly Roll song on my Spotify. I'm not familiar with his music, but I am slightly intrigued to see this. It's like, it's the potential for a car crash.
Yeah.
It's also the potential of, what if this guy's really good? I don't know. I'm intrigued to see. I will not be going to the bathroom. I will check this out. Logan Paul.
He might be good. We didn't expect Bad Bunny to be as good as he was.
No.
Did we see SmackDown where he just put his arm out and Logan Paul ran into it? I just want to make sure we're talking about the same person.
We'll see. Logan Paul, I thought was hilarious when he said he doesn't like outsiders in this business. I thought that was really good heel shit. It seems like Randy, Drew, Logan, they're all having fun with this. I'm not one of those guys who's like, what a waste of these guys. I'm not one of those people. It's only a 2-week, 3-week build feud. After that, we could return to our normal lives. Wrestling, specifically WWE, is always mingled with celebrities when it comes to mixing the sports entertainment. So this is fine by me, and we will see how they pull it off. I am intrigued. I will be watching with curiosity.
What a nuanced take.
What a what?
I would say out of everyone involved, this is like a waste for Drew McIntyre, if it's for anyone. I think for Orton at his stage of his career, this is kind of the stuff that I expect him to do. He's the elder statesman. He's a living legend who's still active in WWE that's not on his retirement run. So I expect him to kind of get involved in this type of stuff. He was able to be on Jimmy Kimmel. It's a mainstream kind of matchup that is going to get the attention of your ESPN and your big major like news publication. So this is good for him to get his name out here. It's going to make him an even bigger star. So I'm fine with that for him. Drew McIntyre coming off the heels of what he did in 2024 with CM Punk. I've just been underwhelmed by everything he's done since that CM Punk feud has ended. Whether it's a random, he's the bloodline hunter that only lasted for like 3 weeks. Whether it's him having to put over Jey Uso to set up Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, whether it's him and Damian Priest in a feud that they did not care about too much. It's just Drew and Damian Priest are that good that they made that worth something and had a great match at WrestleMania. They just haven't showed any type of care to anything he's done. But I agree with what Chase said in the chat. This is one of the better built matches on this card. So this is the most they've cared about something that Drew McIntyre has done, which is sad. But I say all of that to say, yes, RK Roll gets the win, obviously.
There we go. RK Roll.
Obviously. We do have a super chat donation from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for the support. He says, just arrived on the scene late and noticed that it's Romeo Ross. Speaking of late arrivals, LOL. Seriously, though, great to see you, Romeo, SP3, and Cresta.
Thank you, Chuck.
Good to see you, Chuck, in the chat. We appreciate you for the super chat donation. But it seems like everybody, except for Cresta, who doesn't care about this matchup, is going with RK Roll in this first one. In the second matchup, we have another match that's been pretty well built for the most part. If you do care when the bell rings, though, I don't know. But in this one, it'll be a grudge matchup. It's going to be Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, the third meeting between these two men for months, dating back to all the way to like January or December of last year. Karrion Kross has been involved in backstage segments with Sami Zayn, questioning him, saying that he needs to show his kind of a different side of himself if he ever expects to win the World Heavyweight Championship. It led to Sami finally snapping and getting a matchup against Kross at Night of Champions, where he beat Kross, seemingly to put an end to this rivalry, but Kross did not stand back there. He attacked Sami Zayn backstage with a lead pipe following that PLE. He then attacked him again before his matchup with Braun Breaker, which led to Sami being confirmed to be out indefinitely, which indefinitely meant 2 weeks. So then he faced Karrion Kross on last week's Monday Night Raw, with Karrion Kross getting a win, a 1-2-3 over Sami Zayn, using the same lead pipe that he used on 2 separate occasions before then. But that set up a third meeting for SummerSlam, where if Sami Zayn loses, he has to admit that Kross was always right. But Sami Zayn says if he wins, Kross has to admit that he was wrong. So who's right? Who's wrong? Who wins on Saturday? Cresta.
I like both these guys. So honestly, the story could be they're fighting over whose pig was left in the kennel last night. I would still watch it. So I don't know who wins this. I think it'll be Sami Zayn, because for whatever reason, people hate Karrion Kross, and I don't know what Karrion Kross did besides be great. So I know us fans, we're going to win that match. I think this match is going to be good, but I am going to go with Sami Zayn here. And I only say that because they like to get our hopes up with Sami Zayn and then cut us off at the knees. And if I'm not mistaken, Sami Zayn was about to turn on one of the Usos, but never did, or whatever the case may be. So this to me would be a great way to prop Sami up, like, yeah, you were wrong, Karrion Kross. Let me get back to what I was doing. And then Karrion Kross ends up being right because Sami turns heel, and Karrion Kross is like, well. So that's my thought process on it.
I can see that. Yeah, my prediction, I'll give the same one I gave on Rated Raw Review. I think that Kross does not need to win this matchup to be put over. He just needs to be right. So Sami Zayn gets the win using the lead pipe. I think that's what they set up with the promo that they did on Monday, where Sami wins, but Kross was right. That's what this is all about. Kross needs to be right, and Sami needs to use kind of nefarious ways to pick up the victory here. But I'm just hopeful that this match is much better than the match they had on Raw 2 weeks ago, because that was not good. Romeo.
Yeah, I'm very interested by this feud and storyline. I like the stipulation they added on Monday, where the loser has to say they were wrong. Sami Zayn's winning this 100%. Like, he's the one that's going to be propped up for bigger and better things going forward, especially at the Rumble and Mania next year. Remember that? And yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see if that opportunity does arise. I think it will arise in the match where he is presented with the lead pipe. He has a chance to use it. Does he use it? Does he not use it? If he uses it and he wins, and Kross has to say he was wrong, like, that'll kind of be a little weird, like, when he was actually right. It's like, it wouldn't make much sense, but it'd get a hell of a pop if Sami Zayn unleashed and snapped and went crazy like that. It'd get a pop from that crowd.
It definitely would.
Agreed.
A lot of people think that Sami is going to win Haluva Kick 1, 2, 3. This is a good question, though, from Alexa Bliss Gamer, who says, I'm also wondering if this is Kross's swan song. So, Cresta, what do you think? Because, the reports have been out there that Karrion Kross's contract expires in August, and some people are speculating that this could be his final match in the company. And Kross even put out a teaser for his second part of his documentary, The Killer, where he played a voicemail from Kevin Sullivan before Kevin Sullivan passed away, which was Kevin Sullivan basically being like, I don't understand why you're not pushed more, why you deserve more. I think it's just a matter of time before you show the world how good you really are. And it kind of teased that he may be ending his time in WWE, or at least his contract's going to expire and he could still negotiate with WWE to go back, but he may also have the opportunity to negotiate with other companies. So what do you think? Do you think this is the swan song for this contract with Karrion Kross?
I mean, it could be. I would agree with the fact that WWE doesn't really, if we're talking about sports respect, they don't sports respect Karrion Kross. I think he's a fantastic wrestler, but remember, like, a couple of weeks ago, people like, he don't take flat back bumps, and then they had a montage of him taking flat back bumps. Remember when they said he didn't want to lose, and then there was a montage of him just losing? I'm so sports confused about what they don't see in this guy. I think Karrion Kross, Damian Priest, and Matt Cardona are these guys that have the look, wrestle great, have the part, but for whatever reason in WWE, there's just like we'll use you here for 2 seconds, and if the fans really like you, we'll put you in obscurity. But if the fans don't like you, that's what I thought. And I think it's kind of messed up. As far as Karrion Kross leaving, there are way more opportunities now than ever. I do remember him in TNA. I don't think he'd be going back there. Leave WWE to come back to WWE's little brother? I don't think. So, like, I would like to see him in AEW, but I'm thinking about AEW now. It's crowded there. It's very crowded at the top. And even in the mid-card, it's crowded there. You're gonna go to the G1, you're gonna do New Japan. I don't know. They be slapping people's nipples off. And not that he's not a nipple slapper offer, but you know, I don't see Karrion Kross doing something with like a Kota Ibushi who's just gonna stand there and say, "No, I need you to kill me, bro. Slap my neck off." Like, what are you doing? So I don't know where this goes. I would like Kross to get pushed more in the Fed. There's definitely a psychopath person, and if you really, this is just sports speculation, sports Cresta, don't judge me. In another universe, if you had better writers, and I'm not the writer, you can make Karrion Kross the new leader of the Wyatt Six. Hey, okay? I don't know how you'd work that storyline, but he could fit it. And it could be a thing of, you're not trying to usurp this, or you could make it work. And I think that could work out. Somebody said Ring of Honor. What is Ring of Honor doing besides Athena?
Bandito. That's it.
Who loses on AEW? Oh. I'm sorry.
Hey, he's losing on AEW to set up his next challenger for the Ring of Honor World title.
That was like that wasn't very corporate of her right there.
I'm sorry.
You know?
That's how Sami Zayn's gonna snap. Listen, they better sign Karrion Kross. They better. But listen, this guy fits what WWE does. He tells stories. He's a character. But if you're 40 years old, they don't like to pay you to barely wrestle and to just be a storyline driven character most of the time. That's not their thing. Yeah. Even though they're going to make a gazillion dollars at 2 nights this weekend, that's not their thing. If he was 28, 29, maybe. But this seems to be their new agenda. So I hope he resigns. He's really good here. He drives a lot of stories. Even if he loses to Sami Zayn, he'll go start trolling somebody else with the same stuff. I think he's good enough to lead a group of his own. Like, he doesn't have to lead another group. Like, if they want to bring in the Righteous, or I've heard rumors about that. If they want to bring them in, Paramount, there's stuff to do with Karrion Kross. He should be re-signed. But I don't think it lines up with their agenda.
Yeah, it's got to be what they're going to do. But I expect him to re-sign if he hasn't already, because he's gotten himself organically over with the fans. He's selling T-shirts. He's one of their top draws when it comes to merchandise moving. It would be a bad look for WWE to let that guy go when he's got so much momentum right now.
There'd be a little bit of a revolt, especially online on Twitter. Maybe not as big as the R-Truth one, because the R-Truth one went to live crowds. It could come. It could get a little close, but I don't know. He's getting louder and louder pops.
Yeah. Even King of the North. I know he meant this sarcastically, but I'm going to act like he's being serious. He's fantastic for WWE. Stay right there, brother. So yeah, we're all.
I mean, like, sarcasm aside, I do agree with Romeo. Like, everything Karrion Kross does, it's tailor-made for the Fed. I truly don't understand what the disconnect is. If you don't want to pay someone $40 to barely wrestle, you pay Undertaker and Goldberg and Cena. And
when Bray Wyatt was around, he barely wrestled. Barely.
I mean, you pay Roman, and Roman was Brock Lesnar last year, and the year before that. I remember when Brock Lesnar was Employee of the Month and would show up to work twice a month.
Hey, Roman's worked a lot this year. He's worked more this year than when he was the champion last.
Man said, "I'm tribal chief. I'm going to the tribal island."
He wrestled against Solo on the Netflix premiere. He wrestled in the Royal Rumble. He wrestled. I think that's it. WrestleMania.
But
three
if you're
times.
wrestling your cousin
Three
Solo
times!
Sikoa, is that really work? You get to beat up your cousin on that.
He's wrestled 3 times, y'all. 3 times. What are we talking about?
Listen, I love Roman Reigns, and I'm a borderline Roman Reigns apologist, but we're going to have to talk about his 5 moves of doom. I'm so sorry. He's one of those guys. I love him to death, but it's like, brother. Brother.
Hey, we're gonna talk about him shortly here, but first we'll talk about the match that Alexa Bliss Gamer and Romeo is looking forward to the most on night 1 for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. It's going to be Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day defending against the Allies of Convenience. They're not friends yet. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Alexa Bliss extended the olive branch to Charlotte Flair following her loss at WrestleMania against Tiffany Stratton and getting booed out the building continuously over on Friday Night SmackDown. And she asked Charlotte if she needed a friend. Of course, Charlotte Flair is the queen and felt like she didn't need any friends. It led to weeks upon weeks of little subtle backstage segments between the two women until they were paired up with one another ahead of Evolution in a number 1 contenders matchup to be the team chosen from SmackDown to represent them at Evolution in the 4-way for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, where Alexa and Charlotte picked up the win. It was at Evolution that we really saw the fruit start to bear with this whole storyline, where the fans in Atlanta got behind not only Alexa Bliss, but also Charlotte Flair. And they had a strong showing in that 4-way matchup, coming close to pick up the victory. But Roxanne and Raquel successfully defended the titles there to confirm them as the new champions. But Charlotte went to Nick Aldis and asked for a tag team title matchup 2-on-2 with Alexa and Charlotte versus Roxanne and Raquel and got the matchup confirmed. Charlotte picked up a win over Raquel Rodriguez 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, but then this past week on SmackDown, Roxanne picked up a win over Alexa Bliss, so pretty much even between the two. But during that matchup, Alexa suffered a busted nose and actually made the save for Charlotte when she was being attacked by Raquel, where Charlotte had a backstage segment with Alexa and says that they might not be friends yet, but maybe after SummerSlam, she'll think about it. So the big question going into this one, who walks out the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions or successfully defends the title, and will Charlotte and Alexa become friends this Saturday? Romeo, since this is your queen, you could talk about the match first. What have you thought about the story going on with Charlotte and Alexa, and who wins the matchup?
Oh, I love this Charlotte and Alexa stuff. I mean, Alexa Bliss, our queen, thanks you. You're giving us the rub of all these fans starting to like Charlotte Flair, starting to see Charlotte Flair differently. We appreciate it, and we accept it. And yes, this is going to help their friendship form, because I got Charlotte and Alexa winning. I think this is a sleeper match. I think these 4 should be pretty decent in the ring. Should be a lot of fun. And I see the Judgment Day, I kind of see everyone, spoiler, losing their titles except Finn. Finn's mood is not gonna change at all. Finn's gonna still be happy-go-lucky. He's gonna still be cheering on the rest of his team, but Finn's gonna be the only one on top with JD. So yeah, I think it feeds into both storylines. I think you put it on Charlotte and Alexa, the crowd's really behind them. It should get a nice pop, and it helps Judgment Day too. Storyline.
Cresta, what do you think?
I have to agree with Romeo about Alexa Bliss doing something for Charlotte Flair, because I used to be one of those people like, oh, brother, Charlotte Flair again, brother.
Oh.
But what really changed my mind before she was with Alexa Bliss is after she came out, I think it was the Players Tribune, where she was like, she busted her leg, the whole divorce thing. And then there was the Tiffany Stratton thing. She came out, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. People booed her. Regular Charlotte Flair stuff. She got in the ring. People were like, we want Charlotte. And Charlotte was like, I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. But ever since then, I was like, brother, why are we booing her? Like in the Tiffany Stratton case, She was right. And I used to hate, like, oh, get this Charlotte. She was right then. And then Tiffany Stratton was like, well, that's why you're Owen. That was a little below the belt. Like, you better stop, Tiffany, because everyone drops to Charlotte at some point. So pump the brakes, little girl. Also, at that point, it's like, why are we hating on Charlotte Flair? Like, I can understand if we hate her because of her booking. Sure. Sports hate, fine. But to dog pile on her because she got divorced from Andrade, you see, I don't like a bully. So now I flip-flop. I'm a wrestling fan. I take my chancla, I walk, and I flip and I flop. So I'm a Charlotte Flair fan now. I think that they should win. I really do, because at the end of the day, it's still Charlotte Flair. Like when she said, like, how did you get us a match? I'm Charlotte Flair. Stop playing with me. Like, I'm still Charlotte Flair.
Basically, that's what she said.
I hope they win because, like Romeo said, that feeds into both storylines. Because if I'm Liv Morgan, I come back and my titles are gone, and this little rinky-dink broad was the one defending. Oh nah. Now we gotta fight, and I want Roxanne to beat her up.
Yeah, I gotta make this unanimous. Yeah, the Allies of Convenience are winning these titles. I mean, it's just this is the female version of RK Bro. This is it is. It's a combination that WWE didn't expect to work. That's working, and it's actually basically giving Charlotte Flair some character depth that she hasn't had in a decade. This is a different version of Charlotte Flair that we haven't. She's been the same character for a decade. She's actually got me interested in this story thanks to Alexa Bliss and her great character work always. But this is working. You got to capitalize on that. Put the titles on them. I don't think they're going to hold the titles long. I think the titles are going to go back to Roxanne and Raquel, but this is the moment to crown them here.
Let me tell you something. If they go ahead, because I heard some rumors about this, if Alexa turns on Charlotte, what a fumble. What a fumble if something like that happens on Saturday. My goodness. Because I could see them doing it. I watched the WWE Unreal. They like to shock just to shock.
Yes.
Well, it's the most shocking thing. No one will see it come. Don't do that here. Do not. I'm sure you're going to do it eventually. I'm sure. Because no tag team lasts. I'm sure it's going to happen eventually. Not on Saturday. Do not do that.
You know when it's going to happen, Romeo. It's just going to be like when Becky and Lyra won the titles. It's going to happen on the Raw after SummerSlam.
One episode later.
They're going to lose the titles on the Raw after SummerSlam, and then it's going to turn on you. There you go.
Romeo, I have a question for you then. Because I distinctly remember a promo with Alexa Bliss was beefing with Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss told Charlotte Flair, woo is not even your thing. And Charlotte Flair looked at her and said, I know you're not talking. I'm like, now that you said that, like, I know I wasn't even in the ring. And I was like, damn, don't talk to me like that. So, like, if I'm Alexa Bliss, I can imagine in the back of your mind, if you were hanging with Bray Wyatt, things are cool. But Bray don't forget. So it's cool now. Let's get the pig. But when I catch you, Ricky, so I could absolutely, like you said, this is great. I like them together. Oh, Alexa turned on Charlotte. Oh, all right. Well,
it's gonna induce such a groan.
Yeah. So my question to you is, I feel like I just started rambling. Sorry. So my question to you is, do you really think that Alexa would turn, or is that something like WWE says that doesn't happen? That didn't happen. Shut up.
I think if they're thinking it, if that was their plan, they should abort. And they do pivot sometimes when they notice something is catching on with the crowd. Pivot. Let them run.
Yeah. Pay attention to what the crowd is giving you. They like this Alexa and Charlotte thing. Just ride with it. One match that I'm a little worried about on this card is the next match we're talking about. For the WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton will defend against Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill earned this opportunity by winning the Queen of the Ring tournament back at WWE Night of Champions in June, defeating Asuka, and it sets up with Tiffany Stratton earning this opportunity by retaining the WWE Women's Championship at Evolution. Jade Cargill put her rivalry with Naomi in the past in a no-holds-barred matchup at the same event, so it set up this matchup here. And notice, in the whole entire description of the build-up, I'd mentioned no interactions between these two people. They've only had one interaction between the two of them, and it was literally on last Friday SmackDown, where Jade Cargill picked up a win over Chelsea Green. The Secret Harvest came out and attacked her after the matchup, which led to Tiffany Stratton making the save. So Jade Cargill picked up the WWE Women's title and put it on her shoulder. Tiffany asked for the title back. They had a little tug of war like they were Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar before WrestleMania 31, and then they went their separate ways. WWE, I don't even think they have faith in this matchup, because they have little to no interactions with one another. They just had a video package on the week after Evolution, and then that one interaction on last Friday SmackDown. So unless they got a big angle plan for the day before the match goes down, this is probably the least amount of build to out of all the matches on these two nights. This is the least amount of build of all of them. And this is a match that we knew was going to happen back in June, a month and a half ago.
Don't they have still 2 more weeks? No,
They got 2 weeks.
No,
2 weeks.
no,
Lyra,
Lyra. Lyra was not right. So yeah, and considering the fact that Jade Cargill did not have a good matchup against Asuka. Asuka, of all people, at Night of Champions. The No Holds Barred matchup was slightly better than their WrestleMania matchup. And by slightly better, I mean, it was fine. It was just fine. It was just kind of there. And they had a match. It was fine. They used some cameras and unique weapons, but it was just fine. Jade Cargill, we posted the video this week and it got a lot of attention from people, got some people upset. We asked the question, well, is Jade Cargill better in AEW than WWE? There's an argument for each, but I just think that AEW highlighted her strengths a lot more than WWE has. WWE has highlighted her weaknesses by putting her in matches where she only takes like 30%. They're basically booking her like 2010's John Cena, where she loses for like 75% of the matchup. She hits 1 or 2 moves and gets the win. I don't think that's going to work here against Tiffany Stratton, and the spotlight is bigger on her now more than ever. So that's why I'm worried about this matchup here. But Cresta, what do you think about these two women? Who comes out with the win? Who is the new WWE Women's Champion?
I will be honest, I will always support women's wrestling. However, there is a clear mismatch in skill set here. And
really, you think so?
Yeah. Oh, wait, that was sarcastic. I'm sorry. That was sarcasm. Sorry, that was sarcasm.
No. It wasn't sarcastic. I want to keep hearing what you said, because I'll probably blow your mind with what I say.
I feel like the position that they're putting Jade in, absolutely, she's sick. She looks sick. Body chisels from a goddess.
Yes.
But I'm trying to find the most corporate Cresta way to say that I personally, even though my 5th grader is talented, I would not put them in there with a 12th grader. You know what I mean? And not to say that Tiffany Stratton is the best, because I don't think she's all of that. Don't get me wrong. She's just not for me. I think Tiffany Stratton is great. She's athletic, whatever. She's just not for me. And that's okay as well. But I can definitely see that there's a disconnect in skill. Not that someone is unskilled, but there's definitely a disconnect in skill, and there's a way to do it. But the presentation is building the 5th grader to be Adonis and a 12th grader. That's not reality, because SP3 made a good point. How do you have a bad match with Asuka? I don't know. There are some women and there are some men, like, there's no way you're getting a bad match out of AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's you. And I feel that way about Asuka, so I don't know who wins, but I do imagine a flub finish. I do imagine look at not me ripping out my own head.
Just flubbed yourself.
Oh my God. And I took out the little earbud too. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It is WWE. You're not far-fetched with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a smosh finish. I would just say that I think there is a better way to book Jade, where people like me, or people in general, wouldn't call it out. You've booked people like this. Logan Paul, I think, is a good example because in the beginning he was dog. He was just athletic, but he was dog, bro. And you booked around that. You can give the same care to the women. So we're not talking about someone's in-ring ability because there are tons of men who do 5 moves of doom. But you're also not putting them in the ring with AJ Styles. You're not doing that. You're not putting them in the ring with Chad Gable. You're not doing that. You know what I mean? So you can book Jade better because I think Tiffany wins here via schmaz. And I think that there is a way to make Jade be your champion, but you have to book her in a way that doesn't make her have to go out there and expect to be Finn Balor or AJ Styles. There's a way to do it, and I've seen you do it with Goldberg. I've seen you do it with Hogan, bro. I've seen you do it with Roman, bro. Like, I've seen you do it. So just book it better. I think this match might be good. It might be, but my expectations are low, so it only can go up from here. So I'm saying Tiffany Stratton via Smosh.
Romeo?
This is so intriguing. This is so fascinating. Not because of the build, but just because of both ladies where they are. Like, WWE protects them both very, very much. They're both baby faces. Neither one is a heel right now. Somebody has to win. And they're wrestling each other. And, you know, here's where I'm probably going to blow your mind, Cresta. It's like, you know, for all the slack that Jade gets from people, criticism, I'm kind of like the reverse where, like, I think Tiffany is just as guilty. Like, I'm not impressed by Tiffany. I think they're very equals. I think they really are. Very closer
equal?
to each other. To each other than spread apart.
You could say closer, but I think Tiffany is clearly the better of the two. She's had good matches in WWE, good singles matches.
I cringe thinking of Tiffany Stratton matches where Jade, I look much more forward to. I really do. I don't think Jade is as bad as people say she is. I don't. I think Tiffany is overrated. And I don't want to sound like a hater. I know I sound like a hater. I'm not. I'm rooting for both these women. I want them both to do good. Let me make that clear. I don't know how they book this. I really don't. I could see either one winning, but winning cheaply. I don't see it being decisive. I see it being kind of fluky. Maybe like a roll up Tiffany on Jade. Like they keep both these women strong. I don't think it's gonna be something decisive. I think this is something they might want to run back. I don't think it's a one-time deal. Just because it's such a short build, like you said, they've only interacted once. Like, it has to be something not definitive. And there's not really anybody I could think of to like interfere and like, you know, make a schmoz of it. Nobody comes to mind. Naomi's moved on. She's got her own things.
They eliminated the whole hook for this matchup. The whole hook was Naomi can cash in.
Unless
Bianca
this
or
is where
Nia.
Cardi B gets used. I don't know. Cardi B wants to be an asshole
brother,
right
now. brother. Romeo, you might have just did something. Hold on. Because that unfortunately makes the most sense. And unless I see Cardi B interact with the girls in the back, because I can absolutely see that happening with her and Bianca introducing her to Jade and Naomi. Girl, god damn it.
My official pick will be Tiffany, though. I think Tiffany wins. But fluky.
I'm gonna be the odd man out then. I'm going with Jade Cargill. This is a matchup between two miscast babyface. Neither one of them are babyfaces. Sure. Tiffany Stratton has not acted like a babyface since the Tier Status rivalry began. She was very much the heel on the mic throughout that rivalry. And other than making the save for Jade Cargill, she hasn't done anything overtly very babyface since then. And Jade Cargill, I don't want to hear her talk on the mic as a babyface. There's nothing cool. She loses a lot of her aura when she talks on the mic as a babyface. The aura that was there in AEW was her as a heel with that bitch station and shut up Tony, or eat shit, like all that stuff. Like you lose all of that if she's not a heel. Like, yeah, I just think that she's a very bland babyface. It's just look, muscles babyface, and I'm good on that. I've seen that since the 1980s. I'm good on that now. So, I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill because they really are wanting to push Jade Cargill, and I feel like Tiffany Stratton, there's not much else for her to do as WWE Women's Champion.
I don't
You know
think
what? You convinced me. I'm gonna put Jade Cargill.
you turn
I'm
it.
gonna put Jade Cargill. Nah, because Romeo, you make a good point. Because I'm thinking about the Tiffany Stratton matches that I've seen, and I'll give her the moonsault over Jade. But you're low key right. It's kind of not the same. Not the same. And again, I think that both of these ladies are better off as heels, but I feel like they're pushing Jade more. And it would be if we're bowing it for Naomi and Naomi got her title, we would do it for Jade, and this would make Tiffany turn here, I guess. So I'm flip-flopping. I don't care. I'm a wrestling fan. I flip-flop. I don't care. I'm fickle.
Yeah, I do agree with the Romeo slightly. That's why I said like Tiffany is better as they are right now. This is why I also said that they're both miscast as babyface. It's basically if you ever played WWE, if you ever played NBA 2K, and you have like someone like Steph Curry, who's like a 96 if he's a point guard, but then you turn him into a center and he's like an 80. That's both of Tiffany and Jade as baby faces. You are dropping them down significantly. But if they were both heels, I probably would say Tiffany Stratton is like goes up to like a 92. But Jade Cargill, she goes up to like a 94 if she was a heel. But as a baby face, you are dropping her down to like a 70. Her drop off from heel to babyface is bigger than Tiffany Stratton's drop off from heel to babyface. That's why Tiffany is slightly better than Jade.
Here's the thing, though. Tiffany, she's so great as a heel, so great. But the crowd loves her too much to turn her. I don't get it. But I respect the fact that the crowd does love her. And I think the crowd is a little more lukewarm on Jade, where that you could probably, even though it makes no sense because Naomi's a heel, now you can turn Jade heel too. It's kind of, little rinky dinky, but I have no faith in this match.
They're not on the same brand. So
get that out your mind. Different times.
I'll just forget it. Yeah, it's typical WWE. I got no faith in this match. If this match is good, I'll be shocked.
It only goes up.
Both these ladies need someone to lead them, to bring them to a good match. They can't. Who's going to lead this match? Tiffany? I got no faith. Zero confidence.
Bro, Jade was training with Daniel Bryanson. You better stop.
They got all the makings to be the match that surprise us, because I think expectations are so low that they have no other path to go than exceeding. If it's decent, it's going to feel like a 5-star matchup. If it's
by the
decent.
way, 9 minutes tops. 9.
I was going to say 10 to 11. 10 to 11.
I was clocking it at 7. I was clocking it at 7, Your Honor.
Then we got the big all-star tag team matchup, as it's going to be the Braun Stars, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, with Paul Heyman in their corner, versus the former members of the Bloodline, the OTC1, Roman Reigns, and main event, Jey Uso. Roman Reigns, of course, was taken out by Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman, and Seth Rollins on the Raw after WrestleMania, after Heyman turned his back on Roman at WrestleMania to align with Seth Rollins. It was the big introduction to the main event scene for Braun Breaker as he destroyed Roman. Roman was out for several months, and in the meantime, the Braun Stars and Seth Rollins and Heyman all dealt with Jey Uso as World Heavyweight Champion. And thanks to various beatdowns that they gave to Jey in the lead up to his matchup with GUNTHER, it was GUNTHER who won the title from Jey Uso to become a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. This led to the gauntlet match following Evolution on the July 14th episode of Raw, which Braun Breaker dominated, picking up wins against LA Knight, Penta, and Jey Uso. When he ran into CM Punk, Bronson Reed tried to get involved, but Jey Uso kind of fought back and counteracted that, leading to Punk winning the gauntlet match. The Braun Stars attacked both Uso and Punk in the aftermath, and it led to Roman Reigns making his return for the first time in 3 months, taking care of the Braun Stars and helping Jey Uso out in the process. Roman went face to face with Paul Heyman, who offered him the spot as leader of his new group since Seth Rollins is out with an injury. But that was all a ploy, as Roman Reigns said that Heyman is not a wise man anymore. He's a dumbass. He blamed him for ruining the bloodline and turning his back on him for his best friend in CM Punk, not for betraying him against Seth Rollins, but because he was in CM Punk's corner. But okay. This led to the Braun Stars attacking Roman, which Jay came out for the save, and it led to the former Bloodline members delivering dual spears. And then this week on Monday Night Raw, it was Uso versus Reed, which went to a disqualification after interference from Braun Breaker. Roman came out to make the save, but it was the Braun Stars who destroyed the former Bloodline members, with ending with Braun Breaker delivering a spear through the barricade on both men, and Bronson Reed putting the cherry on top, deboing Roman Reigns and jacking him for his sneakers. So, will Roman have new sneakers? Will Bronson Reed come out with those sneakers? And what have y'all thought about the build up to this matchup and who wins on Saturday, Cresta?
Okay, I'm gonna just say this one time. I get to start off the top. You need to stop having Samoans, Tongans, Australians being YNs, because how you know I know that was fake? If he was real about it, he would have took his shoes, tied them together, and yeeted them. But you did it because you don't know the rules. Anyway,
I see what you did there with the yeeted. I see what you did there.
Thank you. Anyway, this was funny. I'm sports entertained. This is silly in the best type of ways. I'm actually torn on this because part of me, like, I acknowledge my tribal chief. OTC, Roman Reigns don't show up to lose. That's not what happens. Roman Reigns don't show up. He don't show up to work. Okay. And if he does, he don't show up to lose. However, they're really putting over the Braun Stars really, really hard. I foresee a Seth running. I don't know what's going on with Seth's injury, or Paul Heyman could do exactly to Roman Reigns what the bloodline did to everybody else. There's always another Braun. Braun Strowman might be free. Oh. There's always another Braun, bro.
Oh, that is a real Braun Stars. Oh,
nah, because at the beginning of the bloodline, for 3 years, it was literally there's always another Oos, and then there was another Tongan. So the Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, Bear Bronson is out there in the wild. I would sign every Braun I could until Seth comes back. That's what I would like. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I would. At this point, I would.
Braunception.
Braunception. Braunamaniacs.
Bronsexuals.
Brontosaurus Rex.
One Braun Nation, yes.
I don't want my OTC to
James.
lose, but the only way he loses is if another Braun interferes. And Braun Strowman would fit in this, but I don't think Braun Strowman. Wait, did Braun Strowman get released?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, sign him back.
I stopped him before.
Sign him back.
That guy got 9 lives.
Remember Big Show? Keep flip-flopping him, sign him back. Bring him back.
Exactly. Bring him back. Third stint in the company. There we go. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see the Braun Stars get the win here, but it's Roman Reigns' return. He's getting the win.
Roman Reigns. Not after that ending on Raw. You kidding me?
Yeah.
You're not gonna take my shoes for free. No, ain't no way.
Yeah,
ain't no way.
He ain't losing after he got
that
jacked.
was him putting them over on Monday. That was it. Hey, you got your little rub. Back to our regular scheduled program.
Romeo, what have you thought about the build? Who wins?
The build improved. That was a great segment ending on Raw to help the feud. Jey Uso, I like him. I like him alone with Roman instead of teaming with his brother again. Because like when he's with his brother, they seem like they're the Usos. They're in the background players. When it's just him and Roman, he kind of stands out more as the single star that we think he is. Even though I have a little trouble, I saw the Unreal thing and I could tell that this backstage, this creative man. They're not in love with Jey Uso and his work ethic, bro.
They're not. They're like he gets gassed after an entrance. Like we don't know what it is.
Brother, what is going on with the conditioning over there?
Yo,
stop! You can't do it. Stop.
Yes, you know what's hilarious is that
he sounded like Mike Epps making fun of Baby D in Next Friday on that promo on Monday. He was like, one word, 4 letters.
You're not wrong. So you mad at me? You want to fight? Yeet. Mad fat?
But you know what's hilarious? That thing has gotten over where the crowd wants him to do it again. That's the last thing Jey Uso needs is to run this twice. You're killing him. Like if you play in the video game, like Jey Uso, if you playing as Jey Uso, you should start the match on like orange or yellow, like limited stamina. That's how the video game should be. This is terrible.
Yo, shut up.
Yes, the Gatorade
symbol. He got the Gatorade symbol before the bell rings.
Not your body being all Gatorade. Stop.
And what's funny is like Roman's like, you're working most of this match, right, Jay? I'll
Mind
tag in.
you, Jay coming in after doing 5 minutes of. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down.
You like how Roman does it? Yeah, Roman's...
Why would I
That'll
win
be a
myself?
fun
I gotta
scene.
do a match. I gotta do it. Why would I win myself? I'm sweating right now doing that. Why would I win myself if I'm wrong?
Oh,
That'll be a
man.
fun scene though on Saturday. That like they'll be so over. Like see Roman eating and all that stuff. They're definitely winning 100%. All Bronson and Braun can do is just put in a good showing, good wrestling, make it a good match. If I could fantasy book a little bit, this is not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. But I saw that segment with Tony D'Angelo on NXT, where this large figure or whatever stands over him, or some kind of Sopranos ending where he's getting written off of NXT. I would like that to be like Bronson or Braun Breaker, who was towering over him, and they're recruiting him. And like Braun Breaker says, like, I'm the leader now. And like he's getting his own guy that he knows from NXT. He's trying to increase the group or something like that while Seth Rollins is gone. That, and then he interferes in this match, but they're not gonna win though. So that's why it's just fantasy booking. But I would like to see Tony D'Angelo maybe be with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. It doesn't fit the Braun theme, obviously, but it's a nice debut to put him in that group.
Bron D'Angelo, change his name.
Braun
Braun
D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
Your name has to be Braun if you want to join the group, bro.
Brother, it's easy. We change people's names all the time. Remember Keith Bearcat Lees?
Deep cut right there. Is there a chance that this main event's night one?
It's Roman Reigns. What?
Only in the case that the booking decision is Gunther's winning.
Yeah, I think that will be the tell. That will be the tell about night one. If this goes on last and we see the next match we're going to talk about going before it, then Gunther's definitely winning.
Any
But
other
let's talk
outcome,
about it.
that has to close.
Let's talk about it. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther will defend against CM Punk. Punk earned this opportunity by winning the gauntlet match on the July 14th edition of Monday Night Raw, defeating Braun Breaker in the end. But these two men had their first interaction weeks before then when Gunther got in the way of CM Punk as he was going after Seth Rollins, and he pushed Gunther on his ass and told him to stay out of his way. All the way back last year after CM Punk beat Drew McIntyre in a strap match, he called out Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And if you watch WWE Unreal, this was the original plan for the WrestleMania World Heavyweight Championship matchup before they made the decision for Jey Uso to win the Royal Rumble. So this is a matchup that WWE has been wanting to do for the better part of 8 months, and they're finally going to do it. They haven't done much to build this up. They have had 2 promo segments where CM Punk says that he's the best in the world and he needs to accomplish 2 things when he made his return. It was main event WrestleMania and win the World Heavyweight Championship. He's done one, now he's ready to do the other. While Gunther says that he is the real best in the world because he has the World Heavyweight Championship, because of his accolades and not because the adoration from the fans. While Punk came back and says that he is doing this for the adulation of the fans, for all the fans that chanted his name for the past 10 years. He needs to win the World Heavyweight Championship to validate his return to WWE, and that he's going to prove himself just like he's proven throughout his entire career, beating legend and Hall of Famers. Unlike Gunther, who just got here, he says there's levels to this kid, and he's going to prove it on Saturday. So who walks out the World Heavyweight Champion? Cresta.
Unmute first. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Cult of personality. And let me tell you something here, brother. Oh, he's not going to out Wrestle Walter. I mean, Gunther. You lucky you're meeting skinny Gunther and not Fat Walter, because Fat Walter would have slapped you back to the 70s where you look like you're from, okay, pal? Skinny Gunther has some finesse, so he won't slap you that hard. He wants you to come back to work so he can slap you again. I feel like they have been trying to make Punk get over since he came back from AEW. Be like, see, this is our guy. Yeah, this is our guy. Yeah. This is going to be a good match, but no matter how you slice it, I think CM Punk wins. If Gunther wins, I'm going to be sports entertained because I'm a contrarian to a point. So I would like to see that happen. I won't lie to you. I do love a Gunther match because while Gunther has 5 moves, all 5 of them are chops. And I like that. Some 5 moves of doom. Okay, heck you. Gunther's 5 moves of doom. I'm going to chop you here. I'm going to chop you with this hand. I'm going to chop you here. And if you piss me, I'm going to slap you in the face, and that's going to hurt. So I'm going to slap you on your back. So what's up? I don't know. I want Gunther to win, but if I'm a sports-educated person and I want to be sports entertained, I know it's CM Punk. If Gunther wins, I'll be sports entertained, and they're definitely running that back. But I think it's a CM Punk.
Romeo.
I think this is going to be a banger. Absolute banger. I think they're going to kill it. I think they're going to tear the stadium down. I think Punk wins, but I don't think it's a very long celebration. I think the Seth Rollins thing is just some master plan by Seth Rollins, just a ruse to come in here and ruin Punk's life again and cash in on him. And Seth Rollins walks out champion, and he throws the crutches down, and he just ruined CM Punk's life again. I really think that's what it is. I don't think Seth's injury is that serious. I think he's good to go. I think it's all been a ruse, master plan. It all comes together. The Bron Stars come back out. They help take out Punk, whatever. Cash in.
I think Seth Rollins wins this matchup. I don't think that Punk or Gunther is winning. I think that Seth is cashing it in to make it a triple threat. But I will predict it as if it's CM Punk versus Gunther. I can't, like, I love Gunther. I think he's been the best male wrestler in WWE this year, and he has been the best wrestler in WWE period for the past 2-3 years. But this year, I don't think any other male superstar has accomplished what Gunther has accomplished, has had great matches, has delivered on the mic quite like Gunther. Gunther, through him getting matches with announcer, former NFL punter Pat McAfee, and old-ass Goldberg in his retirement match, he made the most out of both of those opportunities and made them better than they would have been with anyone else in the company. He's had great matches with Jey Uso. It wasn't at WrestleMania, but the match at Saturday Night's Main Event and the match on Raw were both great matches. He's had great matches with Jey Uso. He's had good matches with an announcer and a Hall of Famer. He's had good matches anytime he's gone out there otherwise. He deserves the most. I would love to say he's going to retain, but he's not. For all of that, all of I just said, they have never let him go over one of their top guys. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, like those are like the main top guys. When he first Cody, he lost. Like they don't, like, the top 4 or 5 guys in this company, they don't let Gunther get over those guys. They haven't barely had him face those guys. The only guy he faced really was Cody, and he lost. So I don't understand how anybody can say he's going to go in there against CM Punk and he's going to beat CM Punk. They have not gave you any reason to believe that's going to be true. If this was a real wrestling match, yeah, Gunther's going to win 100 times out of 100 times. But this is WWE. We need to view it in a WWE with our WWE glasses on. And I'm saying they're not going to have him go over CM Punk. So CM Punk wins.
I have a question for both of y'all because I've been engaging in my wrestling learning journey. Do you find that WWE punishes people who take themselves too seriously? I bring that up because I saw a documentary about Low Key. And when he came to WWE, one of the things that they had him do was lose all the time because Low Key was like, if you can't beat me up in real life, I'm not jobbing. So what we doing? What we doing now? Do you think that's what's happening here with Walter? And I'm not saying that maybe Walter takes himself too seriously, but it's a known fact that he's one of the guys who will kiss the mat, the ring when he will double wipes his shoes. This business is very important to him. Do you think it's a case of that?
I mean, Punk is another one who took things too seriously, and it took him having to basically continuously deliver in the ring and on the mic and as a character for them to eventually give him a push. And even when they gave him a push, they didn't give him the proper push and make him the number 1 guy. They always made Cena the number 1 guy over him. So yeah, I do think that if you take things too seriously, they're not going to give you that top spot. They're not going to give you that top spot in the company. They'll give you a top spot. It is possible because Punk proved that. Bryan Danielson, who has fun, but he does take professional wrestling seriously. He had a top spot. He didn't have the top spot. I think that's what it denies you of. If you take it too seriously and you haven't earned it, like Low Key, then yeah, they're going to drop the hell out of you. But I think that there is a possibility for you to have a main event spot despite taking wrestling too seriously.
Well, they don't have Gunther like face the top guys too often. That means he doesn't lose to the top guys too often because he doesn't face them enough. He has been champion a huge percentage of the amount of days he's been
over 75% of the time he's been in WWE.
So I think Triple H does like him a lot. He just doesn't like him to the point to have elevated him on the level of where, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, CM Punk is. He's not on their level yet. He could be, but he hasn't been dragged down to a, mid-carder also, I don't think.
No.
I just think
he's in that tier just below those top guys.
But there's nothing wrong with having more than 3 top guys. Because I think about, 4 top guys right now: Roman, Seth, who's not here right now, Cody, and CM Punk. And I think it's okay to have 5 or 6. You can add 2 more people on there. So now, because you only have 4 and Seth is injured, you really only got 3, and 2 of those guys are involved with each other. So what are we doing? You know what I mean?
You got Cena. You got Cena as a part-timer in there as well.
I forgot about Jonathan Cena. And he's not even going to be here by the end of the year, according to him. He's got 10 more dates? I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything wrong. He could be one of those
opponents for Cena before Cena's done, Gunther, because I see Cena sort of switching here. Spoiler.
I kind of don't want to see that because the match that I want is not the match that I'm going to get. I want Gunther to destroy that old man. I want Gunther to destroy that man. I want to show you that your 5 moves of doom mean nothing. That's the same thing I wanted with Shinsuke. Now I want Shinsuke Nakamura to destroy this man. And not because John Cena is bad, but if you're going to go out, kill him. Kali Ma. It's kayfabe.
Nakamura did fuck up his neck, though. So you did get that. Let's talk about night 2 of WrestleMania because I'm so used to 2-night WrestleManias. But second night of SummerSlam, you got the big TLC matchup, the biggest TLC matchup in WWE history. 6 teams, 2 titles will be above the ring, and they'll have to climb a ladder. They'll have tables involved and chairs involved in this chaotic affair that it will be, as the Wyatt Six, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, will defend against the former champions Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. Also former champions, the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Another set of former champions, DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. The Lucha Cousins, Andrade and Rey Fenix, and Fraxium, Axiom, and Nathan Frazier. The SmackDown tag team tag team division has been full of chaos for the whole year, pretty much. It led to that tremendous TLC matchup on the SmackDown after Mania, one of the matches of the year that the Street Profits won. But things got even more chaotic when the Wyatt Six made their return in May and took out all the tag teams, ran roughshod over the whole division, and it led to them winning the tag team titles in July a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. From there, it led to all the other teams trying to fight back against the Wyatt Six. So when the Lucha Cousins got their opportunity on last week's SmackDown, all the other tag teams got involved. It was a chaotic brawl after the disqualification to the matchup, and it led to Nick Aldis having no choice but to make it one more TLC matchup with all 6 teams involved. This should be crazy. This should be probably the match of the weekend between both shows because of what they did the last time there was a TLC matchup, and adding 3 more teams in the mix, and that includes Fraxium and the Lucha Cousins. Like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Cresta, who do you think wins the biggest TLC matchup ever?
I know what I want. It's not going to happen. Motor City, that's not gonna happen because y'all been treating them like they weren't the most influential tag team of the early 20s. The way that y'all treat TNA people in WWE needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. Besides Mr. AJ Styles and Samoa Joseph, and even then, you treated Samoa Joe like we don't know what part of Samoa. He's not even related to The Rock. We don't know this guy. Like it makes me upsetty spaghetti. I'm going to go ahead and say the Wyatt Six are going to win. But if I could, I would like to read a lyric from a young rapper by the name of Tyler, the Creator. Maybe you know him. There's a song he came out with recently called Big Poe. No cell phone. This a dead spot. You sneak photos. Get your hands chopped. You weird as fuck. Nigga, I said stop. I don't trust white people with dreadlocks. So...
I was like, where's this going? And then it was a shot at Dexter Lumis. Awesome payoff.
I think they're going to win. I think the Wyatt Six are going to win here. Looking at who's in this, I am a Motor City Machine Guns fan. I think Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. You look at a lot of people, your favorites, they're doing their moves. Fantastic wrestlers. I would want in a lovely second alternate Street Profits, because the way y'all treat the Street Profits is ridiculous. Outside of that, why is Rey Fenix with Andrade? Don't answer that. That's rhetorical.
They brought Rey Fenix into WWE to put him in a tag team, and it's not with his brother.
Pentagon's having too much fun. What are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's having so much fun. Not on this card.
I wish I spoke Spanish because I would cuss them out in Spanish. I would for the culture. I would cuss them out in Spanish. Honestly, I'm sick of seeing DIY. I let it go, Triple H. Let it go. They're not. DIY's not getting over. Those days are over. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it. If he doesn't treat you the way he should, then let it go. Because no one's up for DIY. This is not 2015. This is not black and gold, bro. Let it go. Let DIY go. I promise it'll set you free, like when you shaved your head. Let them go. Let them go. I would rather see these two with another tag team, but let them go. I never want to see them do anything. Are they going to be the best in that match? Absolutely. Absolutely. Motor City Machine Guns are going to be the best people in that match. Absolutely. I don't want to see them as a tag team. Let them go, please. Let them go. Not fired, not released. As a tag team, let them go. Put them with someone else. Let them go, please. Let them go.
Oh, Romeo.
That was not very corporate of her.
I mean, if you look at the 80s, there have been many of people who did what needed to be done. Think of me as TKO, and I'm just clearing house for a better merger. Thank you so much, Romeo, for your concern at this time.
This is madness. This is chaos. This is too many teams. This is way too much. This
is way too many teams. This is gonna be a wreck. This is gonna be a car crash.
This is this is Tony Khan talking. What is this? I don't want this. 6 teams. Too much. Way too much. I think it's too much to like. I think the match is just gonna be a big car crash. I don't see it being the match of the weekend, like you said, because it's just too much. It's just there's not enough room to breathe. I'll be shocked. And I don't think that you think they're gonna get much time. I don't think they'll get much time.
I think they'll get 15 minutes.
I was thinking the same thing. A cool 15 and a surprise Wyatt 6 roll up and Triple H in the back. Do it too much. Do it too much.
It's 3 more teams, and it's gonna have 10 minutes less than the first TLC match.
Yeah, I don't think this match is gonna have time to breathe to like really collect. Truly enjoy this. I hope everyone gets through it safely. I feel like someone's gonna get hurt. It's too much. I say oogly boogly. The Wyatt 6 win. They won it too recently. That'd be kind of weird to just drop it right away. It's hard for me to believe that. And to who?
I'm totally fine with them. I'm totally fine with them losing it this quickly. I'm going with Fraxium. I'm going with Fraxium for the win. They were the best tag team in the world last year. Let's treat them as such. They got pushed to the back burner as soon as the Wyatt 6 got here. They interfered in their one shot at the tag team titles, and they haven't sniffed another title opportunity. Wyatt 6 got another opportunity, even though they ruined their first shot at the titles. They still haven't got a shot since then. This is their first shot since then. Give them the win.
I'm fine with that. I don't need the Wyatt 6 with the titles. I don't.
If Roman Reigns don't come to work to lose, neither does the Wyatt 6. And unfortunately, I gotta tell you that there's a lot of parallels between the Dark Order and the Wyatt 6 after their charismatic leader passed on to the next life, and how their companies both mismanaged the groups afterwards. So the least you could do is keep the titles on them, because you're not giving them a story. I'm just saying. It's the least I can understand if they lost it. Okay, it makes a story sense. But even if you lose it to Fraxium, didn't lose to Pretty Deadly in 2 weeks. So let's be clear here. You don't care about Fraxium either, pals. The only team you kind of care about here is Wyatt 6. And again, that's kind of care about, because it's surely not the Lucha Cousins. Why is Rey Fenix with Andrade? Why is Andrade in the tag team? You know what? I'm asking too many questions. My apologies, sir. My apologies.
Hey, Andrade is like, I got a job and I'm still able to wrestle. I'm good.
Stop it.
By the way, this match shouldn't go on early. I don't think you want to have the Wyatt 6 entrance and like bright ass sunshine. Like, I think this should be much later in the card.
Second to last match.
I can see that. Just give them all the car crash before Cena and Cody have a slow ass match.
They're gonna slow things down. Yeah.
yeah. Then you got for the Intercontinental Championship, Dirty Dominic Mysterio will defend against AJ Styles. Styles was supposed to get his opportunity at the IC title back at Night of Champions in June, but Dominic suffered a rib cage injury that caused him to be pulled from the matchup, and this match was postponed. In the weeks since then, Dominic has appeared on Monday Night Raw, but he had his doctor's note, which AJ Styles read with his very small old man glasses, which created a great meme. Then the following week, he created an even better meme as he showed up behind a storage case in the Judgment Day's locker room and said that he was watching him in the clubhouse. And then the week later, we got another great meme as AJ Styles was praying to God that Dominic Mysterio would get cleared from his injury so he could face him for the Intercontinental Championship. And then AJ Styles became the master of disguises as he was a valet, a janitor, and a medical physician as he was still stalking Dominic Mysterio, waiting for him to be cleared. And then they just basically said, the hell with this storyline, and just had Dominic attack him to announce that he is cleared to wrestle. But this whole storyline did create a lot of a big fan reaction on Monday Night Raw when they faced in a mixed trios matchup. The fans were very excited to see AJ finally get his hands on Dom, where he hit the phenomenal forearm and pinned the Intercontinental Champion. Can he do it again on Sunday? To me, no, he will not. Dominic Mysterio retains. Romeo.
I'd like for AJ to win. I like for Judgment Day to drop their titles and Finn to be the only champion. That's how I'd like to book it. I like Dominic Mysterio going and winning the AAA Mega Championship, being the face of Mexican wrestling where they love him over there. I'd love that if he's going to win a title. But yeah, you're probably right. Dominic's probably going to win. But I'd rather it on AJ at this point in time.
Cresta?
I lie. I cheat. I still, I lie. I cheat. Dominic Guerrero is going over. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is about to be the best match of Dominic Mysterio's life. This match is going to be a banger because no matter how you feel about AJ Styles personally, that's a fancy, fine, good wrestler. That is a really fine wrestler, if I do say so myself. That being said, just looking at AJ where he's at in the grand scheme of things, you did just come over and put over Leon Slater. So I would say, yeah, Dominic could win, but don't go and win that X Division title because you're mad you didn't win this one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let this be, okay, I'm going to finish things up with Dominic and let me mentor Leon Slater. Let me go beat up some people in TNA. Sure, absolutely. But it would be a very WWE thing to do. Well, you're not going to beat Dominic because we have you here on the card, and Dominic just outsells you. However, you know that promotion that you said you would never go back to, that you said gave you a hot dog and a handshake? Would you like some comeuppance? We've already taken their main titles, so don't worry about that. We've got some other ones. There's a new one, but I don't think you want that. How about that X Division title, which is part of their staple of their brand, like the knockouts and the men's heavyweight? We can get that up off of them too, and it'll be great because then people will watch WWE for the TNA title.
I was just thinking when you were saying all that, I was like, oh, you think that AJ's coming back again? Nah, that was it. That was the farewell.
Oh, I believe
grand opening, grand closing.
I think AJ will come back one more time, and I don't know if it's Hall of Fame, but there's definitely one more AJ. There's one more AJ appearance. I don't know if AJ will wrestle, but if AJ wrestles, I'll leave it here with something. I'll leave it here with something. First of all, fuck this place. Second of all, I'll leave it here with something. You better give me the tag titles and the women's tag title. I'll leave it here with something.
Yeah, AJ's here. Myron says AJ is losing, and no wrestling fans, AJ is not going to be elite soon. No, he's signing one more deal with. Well, he already extended for one more year, and that's going to be his final contract. He said he wants to retire by 50. So he's 48. It's a wrap. Then we got
Styles farewell tour.
WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship up for grabs. Becky Lynch will defend against Lyra Valkyria. This has been one of the best women's rivalries of the year. It all started when Becky Lynch made a return at WrestleMania 41 to fill in for Bayley, teaming up with Lyra Valkyria to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. The night after, on the Raw after Mania, Becky and Lyra lost the titles to Liv and Raquel, and Becky turned on Lyra, laying her out to cheers from the crowd, setting up a rivalry over the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Not only that, Becky revealed she was behind the attack on Bayley that took her out of the matchup, wanting to get all the glory of making her return at WrestleMania. And then Becky and Lyra faced at Backlash, with Lyra picking up the win, but post-match, Becky attacked Lyra, laying her out. It set up a matchup for Money in the Bank, where Becky Lynch was finally able to beat Lyra Valkyria for the first time in 3 tries. And then due to the pre-match stipulation, Lyra had to raise Becky's hand, but Becky didn't want just that. She wanted her to put the belt around her waist and then raise her hand all around the ring, which led to Lyra attacking Becky afterwards. Then Bayley got inserted into all of this after making her return, which eventually led to a triple threat at Evolution, where Becky once again retained the Intercontinental Championship, pinning Bayley, and then Bayley faced Lyra Valkyria in a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup on Raw the following night, where Lyra picked up the win to become the #1 contender, setting up a rematch with Becky at SummerSlam. Becky made the proposal due to their matchup at Money in the Bank, being that if Becky lost, she would never get another opportunity at the women's IC title. She gave Lyra the same stipulation and said that if she cannot beat her at SummerSlam, Lyra will never get another shot. But Lyra wanted to up the ante and said that she wants this matchup to be no disqualification, no count out. There must be a winner, which Becky agreed to. And then Lyra laid her out with the manhandle slam, but Becky was able to cost Lyra the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day on that week. And Lyra got the last laugh after a horrible promo where she got the date for SummerSlam wrong and talked about Becky stompers and got no reaction from the crowd. She was able to stop Becky from attacking her with a kendo stick and whoop Becky's ass ahead of this matchup. Romeo, this has been going on all the way back since April, so 4-month rivalry. It all comes to a head this Sunday. Who wins, Romeo?
I'd rather keep the belt on Becky Lynch, but I think this has all been designed to like put Lyra over strong. So I bet Lyra wins this. I bet even Becky like politicking for Lyra to win this herself, make her, you know, to make her. But you know, I know Lyra Valkyria is gonna have a great match. I know that. She usually does. I know. She's gonna be champ again. Okay. But this Lyra character has only gotten worse for me. It hasn't gotten better. It's gotten worse. It was already bad. She was actually doing kind of good for a second there. But then when this whole Becky, when it started becoming like a 3-way thing, it's like just started becoming too annoying. Way too annoying. But yeah, it's going to be a great match. It'll be fun. Might be a SummerSlam classic when we look back on. Lyra wins, but Becky's doing so good. Like, keep it going. Keep it going. Why not?
Cresta, what do you think?
Y'all can never make me hate Big Time Bex. I'm so sorry. Y'all can never make me hate Big Time Bex. I did meet Lyra Valkyria in person. She is so kind and nice, and she's small. She's tiny. I want to carry a little baby bird. I want to carry her. That being said, I hate to agree with Romeo. I think Lyra does win here. Because I think Lyra does win. I want Becky to win. You know what I mean? I hate to agree with you because you're right. I don't want you to be right in this situation. I want to be wrong too. However, I feel like if I'm someone trying to push the women's division forward, I would advocate for Lyra because I'm a B5. I don't know if y'all know I'm Becky Lynch. I'm sorry. Hey, there was a time when I wasn't on screen and people were chanting for me during men's matches. Lyra, on the other hand, we're still working on your promos. People aren't giving her grace. Whatever. So I can understand why Lyra would win. I want Becky to win. Again, I love heel Becky. I love Faith. I just love Becky. I'm a Becky apologist. However, you know, to me, the smart choice is to build Lyra and then go into the next thing of her and Bayley again. You know what I mean? And this time have it be a one-on-one. And that's how you continue to build Lyra, because you can't get better unless you're getting reps and TV time. So I want Becky to win. As a sports entertainment, I want Becky to win. But I think it's going to be Lyra Valkyria.
I think that this is all setting up for Lyra to get the win, to set up Bayley turning heel after so many losses since her return, and they feud over the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and Becky can move on up to like the WWE Women's World Championship scene, or start feuds with like your Io Skies or your Stephanie McIntyre over on Monday Night Raw, or even if what they really need to do is put Becky on SmackDown, where they need stars of that caliber, and yeah, you put her and she could feud with like your Tiffany Strattons and your Jade Cargills over there. There's so much for Becky to do that it does make sense for Lyra to win here. But Becky Lynch messages me in our promos every week, so I'm going with Becky Lynch.
What are you playing both sides of the fence here? What the hell is this?
See,
Smart
that's just
man.
me and
He's
our
a
brothers.
businessman.
Like, what are we talking about? You think I'm gonna go with Lyra Valkyria? No,
the heck?
I'm going with Becky Lynch. She's
What a
the better
swerve.
of the two. She's been the best character on Monday Night Raw, the best heel on Monday Night Raw, to the point I'm like, why doesn't she give her husband some tips on how to be an effective heel? Because
Come
he's
on
not
now.
one, and she is one. She's one of the best promos. She is the GOAT for a reason. Becky Lynch retains, holds that Intercontinental Championship, and then probably drops it to like Stephanie Vicaire or somebody like that.
Oh,
I agree. Becky needs to be on SmackDown. I'm sorry. She got to take one for the team, for her family. And I'm sorry you can't work with your husband. We need you on SmackDown. We really need you on SmackDown. There's no room
She's
because, like, if she's a heel, like, if she loses, there's no room at the top of the card for her because Naomi's champ. She can't heel it up with her.
I mean, she could heal it up with Naomi. Becky Lynch as a heel would be, that's jokes. The only way that would be more jokier is Nia Jax, because Nia Jax is an unserious wrestler. She's jokes. Those two together would be fucking jokes. Oh my God.
I'm here for it. I'm here for all of this. We got a super chat donation from our boy Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for the support. He says, all I have to say is that if Bayley does not put these two broads through a damn table and show out, I'm gonna crash out.
Bayley should put these broads.
I mean, I'm Team Bayley. You know that. If she turns heel, you don't think maybe they do a Bayley-Becky tag team?
Ooh,
And they go in the tag division?
2-woman power trip?
I love that.
And they're effing around with the other...
Gimmick. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Huh? What's that? What'd you say?
My bad.
Gimmick. Hold on. 2-woman power trip. That's our gimmick. Hold on, brother.
Come on. We know WWE loves to steal females from wrestling media's gimmick. Look at the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Guys, it's been very lovely. I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
And you have two horsewomen, and the third one will be a champ.
Yeah, and it leads to Becky and Bayley versus Charlotte and Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
Horsepower. Imagine getting the rub by the horsewoman. You living it up like it's golden.
Then we got for the United States Championship, it is a battle of family as the leader of the MFTs, and the United States champion Solo Sikoa will defend against his cousin, the Samoan Werewolves. Jacob Fatu inside of a 15-foot high steel cage. These two men have been joined at the hip since Jacob Fatu joined WWE last June, and he had been made up his whole gimmick around his love for Solo. I love you, Solo, as he became the enforcer of the Bloodline. But due to the loss at Survivor Series last year against the OG Bloodline, and especially his loss, Solo's loss against Roman Reigns on the Raw on Netflix premiere, we started seeing Jacob Fatu break out on his own and start to stand on his own without Solo. It led to some dissension starting to form within the former Bloodline members until Jacob Fatu won the United States Championship at WrestleMania, and Solo tried to take all the credit for it. Jacob Fatu did not like that, but it led to Solo looking for new backup as he brought in JC Mateo to help Fatu retain the U.S. title in a 4-way at Backlash, and then started talking trash behind Jacob Fatu's back, saying that he's all gas, no brains, which led to Jacob Fatu getting so pissed off that he cost Solo Sikoa the Money in the Bank contract in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and this led to a war between the two cousins that culminated at Night of Champions when Solo Sikoa won the United States Championship thanks to the help of JC Mateo, the returning Tonga Loa, and the debuting Tala Tonga, aka the former Hikuleu. Now with a new family by his side, the MFTs, My Family Trees. Yeah, I don't ask. The MFTs were born with Solo Sikoa at the helm. Jacob Fatu has been fighting back against them with the help of Jimmy Uso. A couple of weeks ago, though, Solo Sikoa orchestrated a whole kind of scheme to get Jacob Fatu arrested, feigning a car accident, which led to Jacob Fatu being questioned, but surveillance footage cleared his name. He came back with the help of Jimmy Uso and attacked the MFTs, which led to Nick Aldis making the decision that it will be Solo versus Jacob inside of a steel cage for the United States Championship at SummerSlam. Solo would get a measure of revenge with an attack after Jacob Fatu picked up a win over The Miz on last week's SmackDown. But this whole rivalry comes to a head in MetLife Stadium inside of a steel cage. Cresta, what have you thought about the battles between Solo and Jacob and who wins on Sunday?
I just want to make a joke because I love to joke. Not these two black men fighting. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't like black on black violence.
Yo, where are the black leaders? I'm sorry. Let me stop. Rikishi gonna get me. Isn't it sad that when Solo Sikoa finally starts getting over, he about to lose? I just think that Solo Sikoa, to me personally, was a little uninteresting. Not my favorite. But once he started going on TV, like, am I right, guys?
He did it
like, bro. Like, yo, sometimes you have to be very unserious for people to take you seriously.
Yes.
And he just started wearing shoes too, so people know that he was about it, man. Like,
my favorite part is when he apologized to the officer. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
My favorite part is when he looked at Cody and said, I'm sorry. Bail me out, help me. Sometimes you gotta be really, really unserious. And it kind of sucks that now when he becomes unserious, that he about to lose to Jacob Fatu. Because Jacob Fatu, what's funny? Ain't nothing fun. Only can't say that, Chris. That's not very corporate. You already made one black joke. You can't do another one. I don't know how he wins here unless you get the Tonga, Tonga, it don't matter. Tongas in 5. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would bloodline it. I literally learned from Roman Reigns that you could always bring in another Uso. So I'm bringing in another time. I'm bringing in all the Tongas. And who gonna help you? Jacob? Jimmy? Not for nothing. Jimmy Uso has been shown to be the ineffective Uso. I'm so sorry. And every time he come out, he get beaten up with you. I would rather you stay in the back and call 911 at that point. So I think it would be smart storyline wise. Make Jacob chase it just a little bit more. This is the most build, the most story. Solo's finally over being a chicken shit heel. Let him do it. Let him do it. Have him cheat. I think Solo Sikoa does win here, but it's not going to be for free. Jacob Fatu is going to beat him up. He's going to beat up his cousin on national television. And what brings you greater joy than beating up your family member on national television? So I think it will be Solo Sikoa. And after he wins, guess they didn't have another target. All right. Come on, guys.
Romeo, what about you?
I echo the sentiments of how great Solo Sikoa has been doing. He's really been enjoyable. His character turning up, but you know, the steel cage usually should be like the culmination of a feud. I would think Jacob Fatu has to win the feud, win the title back. The steel cage is supposed to limit outside interference. Not in WWE. What are you, crazy? I don't think there's too many of these guys. Like, how are they all going to be kept out? There's too many of them. Tall Tongue is going to do something impressive. I don't know. I'd rather Solo win. I'd rather that, but I think Jacob Fatu is going to win, unfortunately. But, you know, Jimmy Uso going to help him? He needs more than that. What,
Jimmy Uso is not effective. Zilla could kill people. Same thing with Jay. They can kill 8 people by himself. But if I see Jimmy like, yo, just call 911. Like,
call the police. Yeah, I think Jacob Fatu is a 2-time United States champion. I love Solo Sikoa. I've been a fan. I feel like the turning point for Solo
too.
Yeah, I think the turning point for Solo though was not even this year. It was last year, right before the War Games against an OG Bloodline, when he came out through the crowd during the Jey Uso Braun Breaker rematch, and he was like, "I got a ticket." Yes. I got a ticket. That was when he found his comedy. That he can't be Timu Roman Reigns. He has to be the little brother who's trying to act like he's the head of the
Roman
house.
Reigns?
that's what he was. He was for a majority of the time. After WrestleMania, he was trying to be Team Roman Reigns, which didn't work. As soon as he accepted, no, I'm the little brother of the family, that when mom and dad leaves, I think that I'm the head of the household. When he realized that's his character, he's been smooth sailing. He's been so
Look at who
entertaining
his family is.
then.
His brothers, his father.
Yes.
They all have charisma. It was in him the whole time. Like that's
Yes.
his
I remember
natural character.
Uzi Hot, brother. So you need to be some Uzi Hot and get some jokes, okay? Go out there and make some drums. Go out there and make some jokes, okay?
Yes, he's found himself. He's found
Roman
the
grew up in
character
a
that
much more
works it.
serious household than Solo.
Oh,
Exactly.
Can you imagine if the Usos were your brothers? That was unserious. You can't do nothing. Those are two unserious dudes.
He was like he hates him. Like I seen him when he was on the Stephanie's Places show. He was like, yeah, I hate these guys. He was like, they used to pick on me. They made my life a living hell. So whenever everybody compliments them that they're so great, he gets upset. He's got this face on like.
And then one family pic they have where like he's so little, he looks like a baby kid, like a baby toddler, and he's got the mean mug. Too.
Yes. So good. It's so good. I'm so glad he found himself, but I don't think he doesn't need the United States Championship. I think with the MFDs, he's going to be fine. He's going to have his role on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu is the project right now. They're trying to make him into a top star, so he gets to win.
This guy just got a 5 t-shirt drop.
Yeah.
He's winning.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob Fatu. Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
drop
it's a wrap.
5 t-shirts for this guy.
It's a wrap.
When they drop 5
It's a wrap.
t-shirts for you, you're a big deal.
You're a big deal. All right, this is the match that I'm probably looking forward to the most on this show for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. It will be Naomi defending against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley have been feuding with each other pretty much this entire year. It was back in March that Io Sky beat Rhea Ripley for the Women's World title, winning it and setting up the triple threat match for WrestleMania. In my opinion, the WWE match of the year, where Io picked up the win over Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair to kick off night 2 of WrestleMania. But Rhea has stayed in Io's kind of whole spear since then. Io was dealing with Julia and Stephanie McIntyre. Who was she teaming up with? Rhea Ripley. Rhea, she was dealing with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea was still involved there. Then ahead of Evolution, it was Io Sky who picked Rhea Ripley as her challenger for the title, and they went out there and had another candidate for match of the year for WWE in the main event of the all-women's PLE. But when both women were down, Naomi chose that as the opportunity for her to cash in Money in the Bank and came in and won the WWE Women's World Championship in a stunning event. One of the best pay-per-views of the year for WWE, and one of the best matches. It was Naomi who walked out as the champion. She has been fully realized as a top star since turning heel earlier this year, and she's felt right on Monday Night Raw as the top heel. But it was then determined that it would be another triple threat match where Rhea, Io, and Naomi at SummerSlam, and Naomi has been trying to attack both women over the last couple of weeks, with Rhea and Io working together to fight back. But there still is the issue of Rhea Ripley still not holding a pinfall victory over Io Sky in her entire career. Can she do it at SummerSlam? Can Io regain the title, or will Naomi's reign continue? Cresta, what have you thought about the build to this matchup here, and who wins on Sunday?
If Naomi don't win, I'm walking straight to Titan Towers, and I'm going to get a foam hand and just hand out slaps. What are we doing here? Like, this is going to be a good match. Let me start here. This is going to be a good match. But I know WWE is good for pinning Naomi, so don't do that, okay? Rhea could eat the pin. Rhea is fine. Rhea's over. Rhea could slap Jesus Christ right now. People are like, this is my brutality.
Jesus had it coming to him, yeah.
Yeah, I think Naomi should be winning here. Also, how I know you would know it's real WWE? If Cardi B doesn't have a new song for Naomi coming out to this ring, you guys have dropped the ball. Especially with all of the songs Cardi got about be careful with me, caution. Even if y'all did, I hate you so much, right? You could do something. You could do something, my brother. if Naomi doesn't win, I'm so sorry. That Io Rhea thing needs to be a one-on-one that has nothing to do with Naomi. I'm so sorry, okay? Y'all drag her into this for no reason. So if Naomi doesn't win, this is a promise. I'm walking from the Bronx to Titan Towers, and I just want you to come outside and talk. Leave your jewelry and your book bag upstairs.
Romeo, what about you?
This match is gonna be awesome for sure. Absolutely. Another case where it's just a person who recently won the championship. You're gonna have him drop it that quick? I already got Solo losing, so I can't have Naomi lose too. So Naomi retains, probably Io hits her moonsault, throws her out of the ring, and gets the cheap win over Rhea. Probably. But Rhea, my God, she is piggybacking on what Cresta said. She is so over. Every time she comes out with these monster pops that none of the other ladies are getting. These are superstar pops. She is so beloved. Eventually, you're going to have to put that title back on her. I know some of us are, a little reared out, but she's just so over. That has to be like the goal. I think, booking-wise, I don't think it's going to be here, though.
You know what, Romeo? I'm gonna just cut you off real quick, SP3. I hear you. And the only parallel I can make to that is Becky Lynch. And even then, they didn't put the title on Becky Lynch after making us go through so many shenanigans. And people were they were giving Rhea. And the only difference between Rhea and Becky Lynch is that they're not chanting Rhea during everyone's match. So,
well, let me tell you something. Rhea, I'd have a nice little conversation where Rhea's like, would you mind winning the women's IC title? Did you like that? Huh?
No. They set this up perfectly. Y'all are not paying attention to the calendar. Naomi wins here. She beats Stephanie Vicaire at Clash in Paris, and then she drops the title to Rhea Ripley in Perth at Crown Jewel in Australia.
What month is that?
She's
October?
she's gonna win the title back in her home country. That's what this is setting up for. This is the perfect setup where Naomi can still get a solid reign under her. She'll have the title from July to October. That's a 3-month reign. She'll have big victories over Io and Rhea at SummerSlam, over Stephanie Vicaire at Clash in Paris, and then she'll drop the title in October at Crown Jewel. It's set up perfectly for that to happen. So I think that Naomi retains here. And it's going to be a great match. It's probably going to be one of Naomi's greatest matches of her career. And she's had great matches with Charlotte, with Nia Jax. She'll have another one here with Rhea and Io. And hopefully it could stand toe-to-toe with what they did with Bianca back at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah, you're right about the calendar. I forgot to have an Australia show coming up.
Yeah,
so yeah, she's winning it there.
Yeah. And then finally, the main event of the entire weekend. A street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship, the record-breaking, greatest of all time, never seen 17. John Cena will defend against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. This whole thing started when John Cena won the Elimination Chamber in March and then proceeded to shock the world by turning heel for the first time in 20 years on Cody Rhodes, aligning with The Rock and Travis Scott to lay out Cody in a shocking event, one of the biggest heel turns of all time. This led to Cena winning the undisputed WWE Championship thanks to a distraction from Travis Scott and using the title itself on Cody in Las Vegas at WrestleMania 41. Cena since then has been on a reign of terror trying to ruin pro wrestling by holding the title until he retires at the end of the year, counting down each and every date. He's picked up wins against Randy Orton and R-Truth. Cody was the first person who put a stop to that, beating Cena in a tag team matchup with Jey Uso against Cena and Logan Paul, thanks in large part to R-Truth. Then Cena faced CM Punk at Night of Champions and picked up the victory there. But at that same show, Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton to win the King of the Ring tournament, punching his ticket for SummerSlam in this main event. This led to a contract signing for this matchup where Cena said he's been overworked filming this movie and getting ready for season 2 of Peacemaker, that he had to delay the matchup. They could do it at Clash in Paris. They can do it at Crown Jewel Perth, but he can't do it at SummerSlam, but Cody had enough of the BS. He beat down Cena. He actually used the WWE Championship, unlike he was able to do at WrestleMania, and put Cena through a table, making him sign the contract, which Cena did not look at because he had no intention of signing it. Thus, he did not know that this was going to be a street fight. And Cody cut a promo on last week's SmackDown where he says he wants the real John Cena. He wants the hustle, loyalty, respect John Cena. He wants the never give up John Cena. Can he get that? Will the real John Cena please stand up? Will the real John Cena show up at SummerSlam? Or does Cody have to beat it out of him? Who walks out undisputed WWE champion? Cresta.
Cody, I said this on the SmackDown show, and I'm going to say it here. You are a little bit stupid. Why would you want Golden Shovel, John Cena, who defeated all of the Nexus by him? You want that John Cena? You were Stardust at that time, if I'm not mistaken. I think you need to chill out, pal. Why would you? This is like when they had Cell on the ropes and Goku was like, Sensu Bean, why? Why? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Ah, man, Cena wins. Cena wins here. But I do think there's a face heel turn. I do think that something is going to happen. This is going to be a straight wrestling match, but storyline-wise, something's going to happen. Because Cody, why? Why would you want full power John Cena, who respectfully, that doesn't work for me either, brother? Are you kidding? Are you kidding, brother? And not for nothing, Cody, you don't have the best luck. You just won over Roman with mad help from all of the Avengers, and then you lost it. So what are we doing? What are we doing? I think Cody has made a dumb babyface mistake. I think that Cena's going to beat him. There might be some character development. There might be a face turn and a heel turn, double turn. But Cody's losing. Cody, are you kidding me? And then do it in a street fight? John Cena don't gotta cheat, but John Cena can cheat. Again, you want the same John Cena that beat the entire Nexus in one night. So you want to go back to AEW? All right.
Romeo, what about you?
Listen, the John Cena heel turn when it initially happened was epic. Epic moment at Chamber. The first couple of Raws after, he was getting big boos. Big, huge boos. CM Punk stuff was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. But other than all that, it's like, the crowd wants to cheer this man. They're done with this. And it's without The Rock, this didn't have much legs to stand on. It needed The Rock to at least be interested in participating. He didn't want to. So F that. We got Travis Scott, who either was really shitty at wrestling or didn't have the passion for it. So he's not involved in this anymore. Yeah, it's time for John Cena to turn back babyface and finish out this however many dates he has as a face. Let the crowd cheer him. He can mix it up with some of the heels out there. Probably Drew McIntyre is one of them. And Logan Paul or something, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, the way this match is, the stipulation, I don't think it's something that happens during the match because he has to use weapons and stuff. It's not like if it were a regular match, he could be thinking about doing all the heel shit he's been doing and then he just doesn't. That would be a way of bringing back the old John Cena, but it's not going to happen. It's a street fight. So I think it just happens after the match. Cody Rhodes wins. We put the title back on Cody so we can have good championship matches again, for sure. And John Cena, I guess they handshake after. It's something respect. Babyface. I think that's something like that. And then we move on. That
sounds lame. I'm so sorry. That sounds so lame.
All right. So
but you're not wrong. That's a very lame match.
Okay, they hug and they cry. I don't know.
I listened to both of y'all and I came up with the right booking decision that ties up a whole bunch of loose ends here. Cody wins. Cody becomes the two-time undisputed WWE champion. We see him and Cena in the ring. Maybe he extends the hand to Cena, but Cena won't shake it. Cena goes to leave. Out of the crowd comes the Braun Stars, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. They attack Cody, Spear, Tsunami, and the music of Seth Rollins hits. And he's healthy. He comes down. He cashes in Money in the Bank. Stomp. 1, 2. Cena pulls the ref out of the ring and makes the save for Cody. And that's how he turns babyface. He helps Cody retain the title against Seth Rollins. That's his babyface turn.
I hate you.
It's the shock. It's the shock of Seth being healthy and cashing in where you think, oh, he's going to win the title. And then Cena basically it's a Earth 2 version of Hulk Hogan Rock coming back to help Hulk Hogan against the NWO.
Not Earth 2.
It's the heel faction. Cena comes in, he makes the save and helps Cody retain against Seth Rollins.
It sounds great, but why wouldn't Seth, if he's healthy, cash in night one? And ruin
CM Punk.
Because you're thinking of this as logic. I'm thinking of this as WWE trying to shock you. You know that. That's what WWE Unreal was about. It's not about what makes sense. It's about what shocks you. What surprises you more? Oh, Seth Rollins came back to cash in on CM Punk? No, that makes sense. We need to surprise them. They're not going to think. If Seth doesn't come out during Punk and Gunther, they're going to think more that he's injured. Then he comes out during Cody and Cena. That's the shocker, brother. That's the moment merchant, brother.
Damn it, SP3.
That'd be real dumb.
I'd be sports entertained. It worked. They got me. If Seth Rollins came out and John Cena pulled him out, I would laugh. But also, I'm jaded by professional wrestling. Like it would take a lot for me to be like, well, you know. I just saw TNA lose both of their fucking tag teams at their biggest, both of their titles at their biggest show of the year the biggest show ever that they've pushed to the gate. So I will never say never. For all I know, Earl Hebner could run down to the ring and pin Seth Rollins right after that. It's professional wrestling, pal. Like, at least I'd be sports entertained, but like, oh, you son of a bitches. I can't believe you did that. Oh my God.
And as far as this question,
you officially have Seth cashing in Saturday, all right? But you think WWE would do what you just said?
I'm thinking WWE. After watching Unreal, I'm thinking WWE would have him. If he's healthy, they're going to have him cash in during Cena and Cody.
I mean, it would accomplish the goal of turning Cena, but that'd be illogical for Seth Rollins' part.
Nah.
You know what it would be?
Go ahead.
No, it would be Unreal.
Well, I can't believe I let you go. I can't believe I let you go.
You let him go for that?
For that.
You may pass.
And then I say you may pass and he farts and then he's like, TV, like mother. Should have went first if that's what you're gonna do. Now I was thinking like that does play into the thing of you're trying to so hard to get CM Punk over. It would make sense, and that would put CM Punk over. Why you got screwed by Seth Rollins? But, you know, maybe some things from Vince still persist. Heck, CM Punk. Do it on Cody. Heck, CM Punk. And we're not turning Cody heel. Cody is our John Cena right now. That man is going to be babyface through and through, even when he has legitimate reasons to set someone's house on fire. Shout outs to Randy Orton. So
there we go. There we go. But yes, I think that Cena does turn babyface for sure. But I think that would be the most creative way for them to accomplish that goal. As far as who's going to be the crown jewel matchup, if they do the crown jewel title match in Perth, I think it's Cody versus Punk.
You don't got no Australian people working there?
I mean, Grayson Waller going to have one of the top titles?
I forgot about him. Bronson Reed. No, wait, is he from New Zealand?
Yeah, I think he's from New Zealand. I'm going to say New Zealand. No, I think he is here from Australia. You're probably right.
You know what?
So Seth Rollins would lose his cash in?
Yeah. Swerve. You guys all thought Seth Rollins was going to win the title. Swerve. He's
actually going to cash it in Australia because good day, mate. I don't know.
or Cena comes out as they're like all jumping him and Seth's about to cash in, and then Cena comes in and makes the save for Cody before Seth even cashes in.
You would then have to run Seth and his guys against Cody, Cena, and probably Punk.
The
super team. Oh my God, you're absolutely right. That'd be ridiculous.
That's a crown jewel match. That's ridiculous.
No, that's Clash in Paris. That's the main event of Clash in Paris.
Yeah. Cena, Cody, CM versus
Seth,
Bron, and Bron.
Yeah,
Get
and
Bron
then that would also that would also set up Punk and Cody at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship if they're on the same team in the pay-per-view just before that.
Yep.
So it checks a lot of different boxes there. And
That's a
then
good
you could
point.
do then you can run Cena versus Seth at Crown Jewel. You could do those three and maybe more, and then Seth's gang will have more people in the War Games at Survivor Series, and then you end off the year.
War Games. I don't.
Yup,
I have to
yup.
cut you off there.
And then
There's
you
too many
end the
geriatric people
year.
for that.
You end the year. It's gonna be they're gonna have the super team of baby faces. It's gonna be Punk, Cody, Cena, Roman, and Jay versus
Yup.
the Bron Stars.
That's what
Seth,
I thought.
Ethan Page and Tony D'Angelo.
Not even this.
And then you end off the year with Braun Breaker beating John Cena. He's the last guy, and he beats John Cena in his retirement matchup.
And John Cena puts
as
him
the passing
over.
of the torch. Yeah.
Wade Barrett should do it. I think Ray Barrett needs his lick back, but that's just me.
Wade Barrett.
You welcome Ed Koskey. I just booked the whole rest of the year for you so you can look like a smart man in that war room.
You better stop. They'll assassinate you, pal. You better stop.
Well, we've made it to the end of our SummerSlam preview. Final call for Super Chat donations. Appreciate all of y'all in the chat. Y'all have been great throughout all of this. We appreciate y'all for that. Yeah, that's a good point. You can also do, if they want to do the Crown Jewel matchup for the woman, they could do Naomi versus Jade 3, which I hope not. Just put it on. Don't do it for the woman. Just do it. Just do Naomi versus Rhea.
Yeah, just do a grudge match. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, we've made it to the end. We got to thank Cresta for joining us. As always, our favorite person to have on as a guest. You always bring the laughs and the jokes, and we always appreciate you for all the malarkey that Corporate Cresta brings us. We do have one more super chat donation from Meet Normus, who says, "Sup partners, about to smoke some ribs ahead of Dynamite. Sorry, bruvs, only Cresta gets a plate. Tony Windsor and versus Minions and Hanger versus Mox. Oh my." Yeah, good lineup for Dynamite tonight. Plus Briscoe versus Ricochet, which I'm looking forward to as well. So
I thought you were going to say brisket because of Meat Normus. I was looking at Meat Normus when you said Briscoe. I was like, brisket
versus Ricochet. There you go.
Ricochet versus brisket. Yes. I'm hungry. Ricochet versus brisket. Yes, Mark Brisket.
I didn't want no plate anyway. Probably some dry ass ribs anyways.
Damn.
Thank you for the super chat though.
Thank you for the super chat. Goddamn, Romeo.
He said we don't get a plate, so you know what?
I mean, he's part of my corporation. I'm the CEO of Malarkey. He's the COO of Meat. So no Coldplay, but
He said Cresta has got meat on her mind. There you go.
Mark Brisket, let's go. New Ribbleshade.
Cresta, we always appreciate you. You always bring the laughs. Please let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they shall see you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being here. I know this was required literature as part of your mandatory pamphlets that I did pass out. So thank you so much for being here on your day off here at SP3. If you want more training from Cresta, Corporate Cresta, you can go ahead and follow me on all forms of social media at CRESTASTARR, except for X, formerly known as Twitter. It is Cresta the Star, like Megan the Stallion. I will probably be live tonight for AEW Dynamite over on twitch.tv/CrestaStar. And on Thursdays and Saturdays, you can catch me over on Fightful. Joel Pearl on Thursdays and Iridian and Rick on Saturdays. We go over all things TNA and AEW Collision, respectively. I don't know about Fridays. They talk about you want to do wrestling on Fridays, but man, I saw that Jelly Roll Logan Paul thing, and man, I don't know if I want to watch SmackDown, but I am a Zelina Vega apologist. Anyway, I'm getting too long-winded. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, SP3 and Romeo, for having me. I hope you guys find $20 on the floor. Your butt looks nice. And again, you could have been anywhere on the internet, even the hub, but you were here with us, and that means a lot.
I appreciate y'all for that. Romeo, please let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, my good brother.
Romeo Damas on social media. I don't really have anything clever to say like Cresta did, but maybe there's a watch along for SummerSlam this weekend. Stay tuned. I don't know. I might go. I might go to beautiful Miller Stadium.
Look at that.
We'll see. But if I'm not, I'll probably be here with y'all watching. 2 nights.
You would only go to night 1, wouldn't you, to see Charlotte live, right?
I ain't missing Charlotte Flair, pal. I ain't missing. Especially she's got a good chance to win the title. What? I'm a hand of the queen.
It's true. This is true.
Yeah, me and Alexa fans are kind of like almost friends. Not really. We'll see.
You and Alexa Bliss Gamer are going to be like tag team partners.
Well, not yet, but
you're not friends yet. You're not friends yet.
If Alexa turns on Charlotte, I'm going to be pissed.
They're fans of convenience.
Well, we appreciate y'all. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrueHillHeat. Patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. That's the best place to support us when we are not live here. Plus, this week we'll have our GCW preview for this weekend. They got shows on Friday and Saturday. The big shows are GCW Hit 'em Up and Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, but they got WWE ID. They got Emo Fight, so we'll be talking about that over on Patreon, so we'll preview that over there, and I'll be back live with y'all over on True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment tonight at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time with Stat King to review Superman, so join us for that, and I'll be back live here on the main channel at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time, special start time tomorrow for AE Ramble, reviewing tonight's Wednesday Night Dynamite with, yes, Mark Brisket versus Ricochet. But for Cresta, for Romeo, we appreciate y'all. Hit the thumbs up, comment down below with your predictions for this Saturday and Sunday show. But until next time, this has been our WWE SummerSlam 2025 preview. We are signing off until next time.